everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday! Welcome back to a fresh new Hazel stream. This is very exciting. I'm joined here by Miss Kira, and she is holding the chair for the moment. I'm up and down a little bit because I decided to boil some water for a hot water bottle just to round out the Hazel Stays Warm trifecta. It's a little chilly in my office this morning. So I've got my little foot warmer going. I've got some hot coffee. I'll have a cat for the lap, but I'm also going to have a hot water bottle just to have somewhere. It's a little chilly in here, and I don't want to be getting up and down a bunch with her. I want to wait until I'm ready to like sit here and not get up and down a bunch. So that's what's going on there. It's like 16 Celsius in my room this morning. Sounds like you need a hand oven too. The hands are the real kicker, because my feet I can just stick in my toe oven and then not worry about them, and they're happy as clams. But my fingers, even I have hand warmers, but they're things that you hold or that you would like put in a pocket if you were like outdoors and then put your hand in the pocket. If I'm gaming and streaming, I don't have my hands in pockets. I have my hands spread out over a keyboard at like maximum ventilation capacity. It's not helpful. Yeah, you just try to like overheat the rest of the body and hope that some of it gets shoved down the bloodstream. Don't have it doing the Lord's work. Invent a hand-warming mouse and keyboard. There's probably a reason why it's not a good idea. There's a lot of electronics that don't really want to be warm, and indeed devote a lot of engineering into not being warm. But yeah, I don't know anything. I'm just streamer. I'm gonna kill this guy one more time. I'm gonna grab my water bottle, and then I'm gonna sit down, get my cat all situated, and introduce you to the new, to what I'm doing. But hang on, BRB. One sec. Cat can. You don't have to leave. You're okay. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see. We're gonna put this one here. Yeah. I know. What about this? I told you I'd finally sit down. Desktop warmers for your hands. Yeah. Maybe one day. I think the freezing room is hopefully, well, I mean, I know me. I'm probably going to want to, especially in the summertime, if I can get it cold in the morning, keep it that way so I don't have to spend the extra energy to cool it down later. But yeah. Eventually we're going to get some HVAC set up. Take my cat to the vet for food, and boy, is she mad I broke the circle of trust. It's from a movie for you youngins. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Need one of those every winter. Forget to buy hand warmers. I have 2 sets of hand warmers, and they're great if you're going fishing in the winter, because you can stick them in your pockets, and then, you got nice warm pockets for your hands. But the problem is that I don't go fishing in the winter because fishing in the winter sucks. Not a nice fishing kind of girly. At some point you're going to have to take your hand out of your pocket and use it to try to cast your line, and it's no fun. Where is this mob? Don't recall doing this farm. So, today I have decided I am limiting my content to the Isle of Dorn in various capacities until such a time as Alunira, the Crackling Shard grind map, is mine. If you are unfamiliar, Alunira is a rare that you can engage with like a storm vessel, which you create by combining 10 Crackling Shards. I currently have 2 Crackling Shards. So I need 8 more. I am currently posted up at a rare, because supposedly the rares have a slightly higher drop chance than other mobs. And there are 2 rares I can actually kind of ping pong between here. And as long as I don't have any competition on this shard, I should be able to, get like a good, decent amount of rare kills per hour anyway. Arisu, thank you very much for the 49-month resub. Alunira or bust. Yeah, and I figure there's lots of different ways that we can tackle this. So if I get bored of doing one thing, I can mix it up and do a different thing. For example, there is Fungal Folly is a delve on the Isle of Dorn, and that is currently bountiful. So I could do that on my priest. I could also do it on any number of alts. They would benefit by getting gear from struggling through said delve. And then also, anytime that you're killing basically any mob on the Isle of Dorn, you have a chance to drop them. The elephant, well, I don't know if it's an elephant in the room, but the obvious thing that people are probably going to suggest to me throughout the day is to do bee/wolf farm groups. This is what we did to earn the cinder pollen for the meter bee mount that I did recently. Perfectly valid strategy. You join groups of like people and you farm wolves on the beach and bees in kind of the Cinderbrew meadery area. It's really nice because it's active often because there's lots of different people do it for the shards, people do it for the cinder pollen, people do it for skinning. And because people do it for skinning, even after most people have their mounts or have decided they're never going to get them, there are still active groups. So that's a great strategy. I just don't want to do it. I would rather do stuff that I can kind of do on my own, not be joining groups, not be wondering who's pulled what and where do I have loot standing and am I, you know, I don't like farming in groups. It's not awful and it's, you know, I'll do it especially when it's sometimes. But I don't know. It's not that relaxing. So I'm going to try a few different other things. You know, have a nice time. We could also level alts by questing in the Isle of Dorn. That's valid. A nice bonus about Crackling Shards is they are warbound, so if you get any on your alts, you can send them to your main. So I could, if I wanted to get another level 80, pick one of my, you know, myriad level 70 alts and just quest out here, quest and do delves in the Isle of Dorn, and that would be a valid farming strategy. People earn shards that way as well. So yeah, lots of different ways to crack an egg. I'm going to do this until I don't feel like doing it anymore, and then I'm going to do something else. The only thing I'm probably not going to bother with is the bee wolf farming groups. I did do those for a while for the bee. I did get a shard. One of my 2 shards is from doing that. I'm sure it's a great farm spot. I'm just not in the mood. That's all. You can do the bee and wolf thing solo. I could, but I don't want to. Pirates Day, there's a new hat you can get today, only in Booty Bay. Uh-oh. But I swore my allegiance to the Isle of Dorn. Emerald Rat, thank you for the 36-month resub. Wow, 3 years. Keep up the awesome job. Thank you very much. Cheers. Cheers to 3 years. I didn't know you can crack an egg more than one way, and wow. You could even like clean out your eggshells and then grind them up in like a coffee or spice grinder and have like eggshell powder and use that to supplement your worm bin for good calcium content in your vermicompost. You know, for not for any particular reason. We got a little game music. I figure, did I just kill this guy? I can't remember. The idea is that you can kind of go back and forth between this one. Oh, there he is. He respawns quite quickly. Obviously, he's only like rare to you for the first time you kill him in a given reset period. I don't know what that may be, but he still has the same chance to drop the shards. It feels like, I don't know what the drop rate is specifically for that. Some people are saying 5%, some people are saying 1%. Some people have, you know, like more important things going on in their lives than to worry about this. So there's not that much data. But it seems like we're getting kills pretty often on these two, so this is a fine thing to do. If you go to Stormwind to Booty Bay, you can get there via portal and technically not going off the Isle of Dorn, kind of. I'll probably just go pick up the hat. It's you know, it's today only. I could probably make a FOMO exception. Also Super Squirt Day for anyone who wants to do that. Metaphorically makes sense because of all the loot materials that drop when you do crack WoW eggs. I'm glad there's at least one bountiful delve up in Isle of Dorn too, because like, I don't know what it is, but I'm into delves right now. I think I'm just really motivated to keep cruising away on the delve rewards track. I know other people had their brand morpher. I don't yet. I would like mine. And I had like kind of a backlog of keys. I still have a backlog of keys. My main is holding 15 restored coffer keys, so I'm not really in danger of running out of them. So it's tempting to do lots of nice, lovely delves. Some exciting news, 88%, all the things, insane account mode, 88! Congratulations. You could make a cupcake, and every time you get a new percent, you could decorate it with the number, and then the IACM, and then people who know will know. So Spring Bubble should be up any second now. Got my first shard yesterday, only 9 more to go. I was feeling not that motivated on this grind, because I only have 2. So I don't feel very close. it doesn't really seem like the end is in sight. I would almost rather do chat lists, but it's got a couple of good things going for it in terms of stream content. It's like a very measurable thing. It's got that random element of excitement of like maybe this one will drop a shard. It would be exciting if and when a shard does decide to drop. It's pretty casual, so we can chat lots while we're doing it. Might actually do something for 90, which I want to get to this year. Nice. I'm this way. Cupcake sounds yummy. Love doing delves with my husband. So much fun. Does your husband play well? Have you asked that question before? I feel like I've seen that one around once or twice. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're having a lovely morning today. Let's see. We're gonna head back this way. That's right. But yeah, I'm too inclined. If I didn't make myself stick to this zone until I'm done, which I also feel like adds some tasty drama to the situation. If I didn't make myself stick to Isle of Dorn until it was over, then I would just be doing chat lists. And that is fun. I did finish another 1 or 2 off stream yesterday, so I'm sitting at 58 of 100. I would love to get to 60. But I might not do it. We got relics to farm over here. I didn't ask before. Oh, okay, I see. Big deer moose thing. My apologies. East of Dorn, that was a 3. These two seem up often enough for me to be okay. Thanks for the tip, though. Is it worth to kill other rares that could drop other Mog? Yeah, probably. I mean, but, yeah, actually, probably. At least until I get the Mog that they could drop for this character that I'm doing this on. I like farming on my priest because I can kill them nice and smoothly. Nice and quickly, even though I'm sure you can kill these on, like, Dragonflight geared characters. So I'm looking for things that are... Well, it says they're Warbound equipped. That's a staff. Violet, hold. I don't know where most of these are. Some of these things drop from a few different things. That one drops from rares in Hellafall and all kinds of places. How have I not gotten it yet is the real question. Couldn't figure out why the stream was so quiet until I realized that my cat knocked over the speakers in the middle of the night and they're on the floor. What if you just don't get the shards? Well, then I guess this is our life now. This is our home. Welcome to my summer home, which is up here where Spring Bubble spawns. Yeah, that's actually a good point, because I can anyway I can double dip on my grind is always fun if it feels fun anyway. Are you gonna be doing this farm instead of midnight just to get them out? I mean, if the expansion comes out and I don't have Alunira yet, then although I think if the expansion is about to come out and I don't have Alunira yet, then we may need to deploy some drastic measures. But we've only been doing this for 10 minutes, so let's not get carried away. Alright, let's, actually for fun, let's just make sure that it's dropping things that could spawn for my character. And, oh wow, way out there? Alright. And we'll do a little tour of other rares. Just to do them at least once. I think it should put a little check marks next to them so I can see that I killed it this one time on this character. Also, got into season 2 of my rewatch. Very nice. Someone else gets 10 shards. Could you get it from their summon? No, I don't think it works like that. I was reading Wowhead comments today. Also, if you help a friend kill Alunira or get her or whatever, from their summon, you won't get the mount, and also you're locked out to it, so you won't get it on yours either. That happened to somebody. I don't know if they fixed it. This one seems like ungiftable. Like, people were asking if there was a way, if Blizzard would add a way to let them transfer shards or, like, you know, trade the Storm Vessel or something, but it seems that they don't want you doing that for the time being. Similar shard. Yeah, I remember that one. This one works a little different. Is there bad luck insurance? No, there almost never is. As far as I know, the only things in the game that routinely have bad luck protection are quest items. Quest item drops will generally have some measure of bad luck protection, I think. Unless I'm just talking goofy. Stuff like this pretty much never does. You're just hoping that you can outlast the machines. This rare does not appear to be up, so Violet hold prisoner. My waypoints are really tiny. Karike. Where did they get to? I'm using my eyes to look at my map. Oh, it's right behind the quest, that's why. Legendaries and Dragonflight had protection eventually. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that... Yeah. Allegedly. I'm not still mad. Where is Karike? Nope, not up. What about this one? That one's way up at the top of the mountain. Drops a cloak? Is there to open that one again? No, it's fine. I was talking to my friends about it recently. We were talking about preservation evokers and how if things had gone differently, I might still be playing one. I'm surprised that these rares aren't up. The other two that I guess they're different types of rares. Maybe they're rarer rares. The other two that I was, because you say they can be done daily, so you'd assume they're not crazy, well, rare. I think I'm gonna have to run up this hill. Regular rares or leveling rares? Yeah, I think maybe that's the difference. I was killing leveling rares, and I'm seeking out regular rares. I think that's probably the difference. This one looks like it is up at least, so we'll have a chance at this Chronolith's Wrap. Is that what they called it? Something like that. You know, in a minute or two, and I get the vigor for it. What kind of things are you having as your goals for Legion Remix? Assuming you get your map before it starts and you won't have to miss it. Yeah, we got 3 weeks. Goals for Legion Remix. Collect all of the bronze collectibles, I think is a big one. If there's any like super annoying stretch goal collectibles like we had last time with the weapons, I'm not going to get too picky about those, but all of the basic stuff I would like to have done. I think that's it. I think that's my main goal here. Plague Heart is way over there. What about that's a B. That's going to be over there. Twice Stinger the Wretched. I guess I could probably do it up here and it would do all of them, wouldn't it? There's Twice Stinger. Twice Stinger's over this way. Twice Stinger can drop a cloak. Alright. What's the difference between regular rares and leveling rares? I am just guessing, but I'm guessing spawn time and potentially health. Leveling rares go down pretty easy and they seem to respawn within minutes, whereas a different kind of rare, like a rarer rare, might have more of like a multiple hours or an hour or depending. Spawn time, harder to find. Might give more reputation as well, hard to say. Got rep, did not get anything there. It's how long you cook it. There you go. Be nice to have a Thorignir about. Loose mounts, Violet Spellwing on my list. All the Paragon crate mounts. Daily versus one time. These ones say, and maybe they're leveling rares, but they say can be completed dailies, so I think the regular rares may reset daily as well. Oh, do you mean the leveling rares are only one time and the other rares reset daily? I think I had it backwards. I'm so sorry. Oh, any bee? Any fancy bee? Flying around the area. I don't see it. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna go back to my other 2 rares. Actually, we need to stop by Plague Heart. Kill once for stuff while leveling. Respawn quickly. Can still drop the Alunira shards. This add-on is all the things. All the things. Very good for tracking cosmetics that you don't have yet from a zone. Just showing me for Isle of Dorn my Crackling Shards. I never did the dog thing because my character does not have said dog on unlocked. I never did the Pandaria farm in this character. This character was made at the end of Pandaria. Need a Beedred flight for buzz when I herb. Oh, that would be so cute. All the flowers. You'd be a pollinator for me. It would be fun. What would you say is like your sorry, let me having an episode here. My question to Ryok is what would you ballpark as the approximate drop rate of Crackling Shards from Sandra's? Based on when you were doing it. Like if you were just going to approximate based on your one person's worth of anecdotal evidence, would you say you were getting them like 1 in 20 kills at 5%? Was it more like 101%? Was it less? Being Wolfer, not much up, partly because of the farm. That would make sense. I think I'm just doing this because I see it. Got several thousand mobs and have 4. But I'm asking Ryok specifically about the farm that he did because we've talked about it previously, and I'm curious. 3 shards and like 10 kills. My longest drought being like 25 to 30 kills between shards. Okay, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Hi, Hazelin. Hi, Seven Saga. How are you doing today? How are things with you? Seems like an amazing drop rate. Yeah. Yeah. Don't mind me just popping back over to give him a little poke. Ah, he's down. I didn't kill him. If I end up having a hard time finding them up, and if there's other people doing them on the same shard as me, then I'm probably going to switch to delves or alt leveling just to not be in competition with people for mobs, because that sounds kind of frustrating. Woke up crabby, but after getting my coffee, doing a Mythic Plus key, I'm good. Oh, nice. You're brave for doing a Mythic Plus key while you're crabby. I couldn't do it. When I get crabby, I have to avoid people. I need my own little private Hazel space where I can't say anything mean. Well, meaner than usual anyway. Okay. That's why it's important to build a reputation as a casual bully so that nobody is too surprised when you snap. Your DPS can be cathartic if you're crabby. Yeah, maybe that's my problem. Maybe it's because I'm healing keys. I want one more horn. I don't know why I'm looting this. I could not tell you. There's no real reason. I guess it was just in front of me. Let's go check Sanders again. And then I need to pop by Plague Heart and see if it's up. I think this will be fun, though, because it'll help me get to know the Isle of Dorn better. You know, before this, I didn't know where any of these rares were. Didn't know much about the whole thing. There we go. Isn't the bee farm the best farm? Yep, it's a good one. After a long day, must shoot fireballs at things. Been in party farming bees for like 2 hours, only 2 shards dropped. Yeah, it's a perfectly good, perfectly valid way of farming. I'm just gonna do some other stuff. Do this one. Checking on, there he is, Spring Bubble. We haven't got one yet for today, but I'm highly optimistic. Do you remember where and when you got your first 2 shards? My last shard I actually got from bee farming when I was doing it for the Cinder Pollen. The first shard I have no recollection of whatsoever. It could have been anything. What you doing right now? I am poking around after Isle of Dorn rares, trying to get myself Crackling Shards. That's what I'm up to for the moment. Head back this way. I was farming it for skinning 2 and 1. That's wonderful. Good for you. That's great. Retail WoW changed so much. Tried 7 Mythic Plus dungeons as a tank. Sometimes DPS die. They fight with healer. Then they leave her abandoned key. Yeah. It's been known to happen. Let's pop over here. I've been pretty lucky whenever I've ventured into pugs, but I'm a pretty lucky person. Let's check the spare toolbox. The one nice thing about having time to kill while you're waiting for stuff to spawn is you could kill extra mobs in the area if you want. That'll be extra spawn chances or drop chances. But you can also, you know, pick through your bags and see if there's anything you can get rid of. Off we go here. But I've decided I might use multiple characters. I might do a combination of, you know, delves and rares or questing or what have you. I might level alt through the Isle of Dorn in search of shards. But I am not going to grind other content until I'm done. I might make an exception to just pop over to Booty Bay to look for, the pirate hat that's new this year. But aside from that, actually, I guess I could grab another character that's in Stormwind or something. Have a look at it. Did Wowhead put up a Pirate Day guide for the year? Pirates Day 2025 new Transmog hat. Frenzied Hat of the Dark Depths. It is a black coloration of the shark hat. 1,000 gold, so it should be a cheap acquisition. They clearly don't know how cheap I am. Let's take someone who's handy. Could be any of these characters, really. The achievement captain's booty is just a drink with the captain. I think I have everything else. I have the insult book. I think I have the Jolly Roger toy. Yeah, I do. I sure do. Did a Mythic Zero Arakari yesterday. Died 2 seconds after the first boss died. And I was cackling so hard because I didn't know what happened. Oh dear. Also, edit mode. One. Pop over to Booty Bay. I'm sure there's a million ways to get there, but I think I'm just going to go to Stormwind and fly south. I think that sounds reasonable. It's not up yet! What do you mean? Does it come up in half an hour? It comes up in half an hour. Okay, well, I'm going to get myself out there just to be ready. It starts at 10 a.m., so we got 29 minutes. That's okay. Have a little flight down. All of my alts, by default, had their font size jacked up, and it's easy to change with the UI, but it's something that I have to do in like each individual alt. It happened during one of the patches, and every now and then I log in a character that I haven't been playing, and then I have to go readjust it. Had to do that 65 times. Got my second shard just now. There is hope. Congratulations. 2 out of 10. 20%. I think getting my third shard will be a big deal, because that way I'll know that I can make them happen. Because up until this point, I've only had them accidentally happen. So I need to prove to the universe that that I can rattle its cage until it spits out the stuff that I'm looking for. Nearly there. Wish everything UI related was more account wide by default. Level 26 tunes through the Isle of Dorn campaign, and I have 12 shards. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. It sounds like basically anything that just like keeps you, you know, doing content in the Isle of Dorn is a good idea. And that's my problem, is I haven't leveled alts out there. I do have more alts to level, but I also don't like strictly need to either. I guess there's an inn over here, isn't there? Look at all these people waiting for Pirates Day. That's fun. Hate having to set up my chats. Every single one is different, and I hate it. Yeah, I've heard of people getting extra shards even after they were finished Alunira just because they kept leveling through Isle of Dorn. So yeah, I have, what, 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 10, 11. I have 11 80s, but I have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh dear, oh wow, that's a lot of priests. Lots more. Plenty of additional characters. Could level them. But it's not like the 11 alts I have at 80 right now have any meaningful amount of gear. Or at least not current patch gear. Hello. Do they need it? I don't know. End of season 1 when I farmed delves at the start of season 2, I got like 3 shards and 5 delves. Was very confused. You didn't give your extras their own campsites? No, it didn't really speak to me. It was a pretty big concession for me to put my main in a campsite. I didn't like that it made her look smaller. It's more zoomed out than just a gnome starting screen is, so I couldn't see all the detail on her mog. I have rarity set up with a general Crackling Shard tracker, just the default one that it comes with already. I have not been tracking the kills on Sanders and Spring Bubble specifically, so it's possible that I could be... Well, that I won't know how many kills it's been if and when a shard finally eventually drops. Do I want to do the waxy lumps for resonance crystals? I know you used to be able to turn in the waxy lumps for the globs of wax for Valor Stones, but I don't need Valor Stones. Do you have all the pets from the wax? Yeah, I must have. I'm pretty sure I got all the collectibles from it pretty quickly. You can track it on a post-it note. I could. Or like a notepad on my desk. I do have a notepad on my desk. For turning for gold too. It's not lots. Free money's free money. I came over here because I really wanted the pristine horn. I don't understand the wax grind. I mean, you dig earth, you get wax, you turn it in. The question is whether or not you need anything from it after a certain point. I used to do it just for the weekly. I used to do it as one of my weekly objectives. Today's Super Squirt Day. I heard! Happy pet leveling to people. Longest stretch of kills I needed for a shard was 300. Holy. You don't get shards from the Disturbed Earth. There's no reason for me to be doing them. They're glowing. They're speaking to me. One of our cats is walking around with a small plush mouse in his mouth. It's so cute. Told to go in war mode and do a lap of rares till they drop, but war mode. The leveling rares seem up. They seem to have a really short respawn time. I don't think war mode is necessary. I had to read the plush mouse thing again just to make sure I read the word plush. I don't understand why people get excited about Super Squirt Day. I mean, there's appeal in a tried and true tactic to do something that you wanted to do faster than you're normally able to do it. You know, there's something to be said for people already have teams set up. They understand where to go. They understand what to do. They don't have to learn anything new. You know. It might not be the absolute vastly most efficient way to do it, but if it's pretty good and you're already set up for it, then I don't see a problem. I understand. 3 speed teams in the squirt method. Legion World Quests available daily and almost as quick if you have bandages, which you probably do. I level alts just by buying, or I level pets whenever I get around to it, just by buying leveling stones with pet charms that I get from doing world quests whenever I happen to feel like it, is usually what works for me. The rainbow thing is from a toy called the Prismatic Bauble. There's a little link about it right there. Super Squirt Day is kind of a community nickname for the coinciding of Pet Battle Bonus Week, which gives extra pet battle experience, and the Squirt Tamer being up in the Wad Garrison, who can be easily farmed repeatedly to level pets. So people sort of set up camp in their Wad Garrison, they spam this Pet Tamer during the Pet Bonus XP event with other XP buffs stacked up, and then they level pets quickly that way. It's a good, if people are trying to improve their pet collections or have more battle pets leveled, it's a good strat. I haven't done it in a really long time. I found it like mind-numbing. I don't have this day, even with scripts. I don't really have it in me. I'd rather just kind of get pets leveled over time with battle training stones. Although I have let my collection get a little bit out of date. I used to have every pet that I owned at level 25 and rare, and now I betcha, hang on, let me turn on rematch. I betcha I'm a couple hundred pets out of date here. Turn brain off and binge Lord of the Rings movies all day. Super Squirt Day. Yeah, how many pets? Actually, hang on. I'm gonna, while I'm thinking about it, take extra copies out of my... that one's kind of annoying. Put in cage. Or release, I guess. You can't cage that one. I don't need a second Hecatarnos. The Sand Scarab thing is annoying because I have a duplicate pet, but they're not technically identical. This one is cageable because this is an actual TCG Sand Scarab. This one is not cageable because it was the Twitch drop Sand Scarab. But the cageable one is the one that I had leveled up. So not only is it not worth anything because of the Twitch drop Sand Scarab, but it's I'd have to level the other one if I wanted to cage this one. But this one is inherently more valuable. It's just really annoying. I hate that they did that. Screen black chat active? Maybe a refresh? It doesn't look like I've been dropping any frames. Looks okay. Bad part for me with Super Squirt Day is that if I even remember what's going on, I remember 5 minutes before I want to go to bed. Going to Boulder Springs. Here we go. Oh, Jane Robin, thank you very much for the 15-month resub. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, that's right. I was getting my duplicate pets out, and then I was gonna see pets that are not level 25. So I have 144 pets that are not at level 25. So I do have some catching up to do. Actually, hang on. Collected. And yeah. I have 97 pets. Sorry, I was counting pets I didn't have collected yet. I have 97 pets that are not at level 25. That I could work on. It wouldn't take that long. But I'm locking myself in the Isle of Dorn. Wait, I don't have our first yard yet, but it's coming. I know it. Besides, we're really learning the location of these two rares. Does that mean you have almost 1,000 at level 25? Yeah, I think so. Here. Collected, level, max level. I have 1,779 battle pets that are at level 25. That's the total. And then I have 1,905 total unique pets. Average level 23.9. So yeah, I've got 100 or so to catch up, but most of them are done. Talking about it is kind of making me want to level up the rest of them just to make it all even again. Okay, I have 2 at max level. I used to make a point to have a pet score that was as good as I could make it. It used to feel like pet collecting was the most likely area for me to be able to distinguish myself. So I put a lot of work into it at one point in my life. It's been a long time since I've really messed with it much. But you know, you keep all the work you did before. All those pets stay leveled. Come Come on, game, spit out some shards already. I'm starting to feel like I gave bad info. I mean, it's possible that it got hotfixed, but I think it's also possible that I'm just not that lucky yet. Our shard's coming. I feel it. Last night, ended up making myself a TBR jar to pick my next breed because I couldn't decide. Did you buy the BC Collector's Edition to get the pet? No. Can't say I did. There's a lot of pets that are like cash shop or like Collector's Edition cash shop, especially for other games or games that I didn't play, that I have not got because because they have enough of my money. It is only thousands of dollars. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many other things I could do with thousands of dollars, though. You know, like, I've got a bathroom that could use a lovely renovation. I got 2 bathrooms that could use lovely renovations if I really felt like I wanted to start spending money. Shards! I'm mostly kidding. Nothing's leaking. I'm keeping it as it is for the time being. Worm farm extensions! I wanna really, like, get back into... I mean, not that I've got out of it. I still have the worms. They're doing fine. Worms are pretty tough. But I want to really get back into my worm farm. Because it's one of the best ways of composting that is bear safe because they're inside. So I'm not going to attract... I'm not going to be attracting any wildlife with my worm composting because it's indoors. I was looking into shredders. I feel like one day would be really cool, not for worm farming, but just for general composting, to have like a chipper that you could use to shred your garden waste, like all of these things that I'm pruning and trimming and raking and whatever. Not necessarily raking, but pruning and trimming and stuff. Shred those to make them compost easier and to kind of reduce the volume of them so they fit in a compost pile easier. And you can get shredders pretty cheap for like garden waste, but apparently they're pretty temperamental and they tend to like gum up and they tend to get stuck on like, I don't know, little things. So then I was like, what if you had like, I don't know, like a really giga chipper? And at that point you're getting carried away and you could like buy a lot of compost, but it's all about the fantasy of the closed ecosystem. A greenhouse. I don't even know that I need a greenhouse with how much sun I get on my lot. It's so exciting. If you do, you might have a bear inside. That would not be good. I have a moosey bear inside. I think I recommended a goat. Yeah, Giga Chat chipper. Exactly. I want a chipper where if I accidentally mess up and I drop a spoon in there, it's just going to spit out like pretty little, you know, stainless steel shards. You don't want a digital critter companion instead? You know, once you have like 1,900 of them, you start to feel like you've really, you know, seen it all. At a certain point, the fantasy of one more pet sort of loses its appeal. Wood chipper like the one in Fargo? I don't think I've seen Fargo. But I know lots of people will just lay out their like leaves and trimmings and stuff, and they'll just run the lawnmower over them. And depending on how, you know, Giga Chad your lawnmower is, that may or may not work. Oh, they put a body in it. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have a lawnmower yet. That's part of my trouble. I'm trying to hold off until spring. Because right now the lawn is like dry, and then it's gonna be frozen. So I'm thinking I probably won't need to mow until like, I don't know, May. A little Jada, thanks for the brand new sub. Could hold off on that purchase for the moment. Yeah, build your own chipper. What could go wrong? Add on pet walker just to see all the pets I have. Ooh, I want to look into that. That sounds like fun. Also, I'm a little bored, so I'm in the mood to check out a new add-on. Let me look at it. I have CurseForge open anyways because I was just updating things. Pet walker. What is? I don't see it. Is that what it's called? Is it called something else? Is it on CurseForge? Yeah, throw your chipping needs in your neighbor's lawn. Ask them to aim their mower back at you. I got a blue BOE axe. Click the total pets thing and rematch. It gives you cool stats. Oh, hang on a second. Let's kill Spring Bubble and get some cool stats. Are you sure that's not another add-on you have? I'm clicking on it. It's not doing nothing. Did you prank me? Summons your favorite pets in 30-minute intervals. I wish there was an add-on that would let me, like, either mass favorite or mass unfavorite my pets. Because, yeah, sometimes I would just keep the random favorite pet button out, but, like, trying to keep all your pets favorited when you have thousands of them. Maybe I have another add-on? Thought it was default. Yeah. I mean, I can... It says click for details, but I'm clicking and nothing's happening. I want to have different favorites for different characters. I used to make a habit of every time I had a character, I would pick out like 3 to 5 battle pets that matched the vibe of that alt, and then I would put them on an action bar, and then that way I would just like sort of absent-mindedly pull them out by just kind of clicking on it. My main right now has new pets that I got recently that I thought were cute. There's Mutt, there's Hecatarnos, and there's the Shade for Brew Thief, although that was mainly just to show it to people that wanted to see it. Take that off the bar now. Let me look and see if I can find this Pet Walker add-on. Is that what it's called? Search for Pet Walker. Battle Pet Breed ID Completionist. UI Treats. Pokemon Trainer NG. Battle Pet Binds. Daily Tamer. Tabs. Quality Check. Steal that idea. Also use it for mounts. 3 pets, 3 mounts for each alts. Fishing Buddy used to summon like aquatic themed pets for you while you were fishing. I always thought that was cute. So, hang on a second. There's a bloody perch swarm over here. This is gonna not give me any crackling shards at all, but you know, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get it. I guess it's not a blood pool though. It's a bloody perch swarm. It's different. Those are for sanguine dogfish. I guess it's just worth the regular fish price. Passively collecting charms through world quests. I still need the 10k pet charm from Shadowlands, but then I forget spend them all to level low-level pets. Yeah, I used to get a lot of pet charms just by running my Shadowlands mission table. Even after Shadowlands was over, I would do it on my old Shadowlands main. But it's tough to remember to like log in and send them all the time. But I do have I have all the pets bought, and I do have extra pet charms. I don't like to spend all of my pet charms down in case they add some huge pet charms synced so that I can get it more easily. Although, you know, if they did that, then maybe I'd be finally motivated to grind pet charms again, so maybe I should just spend them to get my pets leveled. Sometimes I would end up with just a random, like, family type battle training stones from having done various world quests. Kind of making me want to do the pet battle that's over there. It's just up the hill. See if I even have a team save for it. Family charms are a dilemma. Do I save them or buy a pet to level? Pet Walker, 1 word on Curse Forge. Ooh, okay. That was my problem. I was looking 2 words. Pet Walker. You'd think that the search engine could have figured that out. Nice. We'll mess around with it in a sec. You guys got me talking about pets and now I'm doing a pet battle world quest. Do I have a team save for her? Actually, you know, while we're thinking about it, I do have a team saved, but Sufu. Collector Dinah. Family Battler. Aquatic. Collector Dinah. Rematch string. Why can't I attach a script to it? Oh, I probably don't have pet battle scripts on. That would do it. For a brief moment, I was like, wait, did they fix this? Did they finally change this? Haven't been able to update my collection WoW Battle Pet site in weeks since the API tomfoolery, and it makes figuring out dupes a pain. Oh, that's annoying. I use Rematch in-game to identify dupes, and that works pretty good. I did that just this morning. Script. Wait, did it? Hang on. Is that the same script? It is the same script, isn't it? That's so peculiar. Does the rematch string include the script now somehow? That never used to be a thing. I used to have to attach them separately. Is that new, or have I been doing it wrong for all of these years? It already had the script attached. That will save me so much time for this kind of thing. It's new in the War Within. Oh, I love it. I mean, I was doing it manually, I feel like, for Family Battler of Undermine, though. In Dragonflight, you had to manually add it. Yeah. I think you have the stats for clicking total pets now. Yeah, that must be it. Once you installed, you type Pet Walker. Yeah, I see it put it put a message in my chat showing me what I currently have by default, which is global favorites, 12-minute timer. Shows me my current pet. Shows a saved pet. Also does it if you do the mass team export thing. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, one really nice thing about having all these pets leveled is that I can just grab a rematch string, and it is highly likely I will have the pets leveled for it. They may not be in the perfect breed, but it almost never becomes a problem. I think once in all these years I've had to go get a different breed of pet for a strat, and there wasn't another workaround. Okay, well, now I kind of want to do, like... I mean, that was really easy. Although I could always do it on other characters as well, and get more pet charms that way. Let's go head back to Sanders. Actually, can I just, like, kill the thing? Without a Stormrook? It says the Stormrook is optional. Because I was always pretty bad at the flying thing. It might spawn the boss, though. Special assignment, is it? I'm very easily distracted. Also, I feel like I'm kind of flying out to sea. Here we go. Am I avoiding these or am I hitting them? I don't know. I can't tell. Hit the space bar. Oh, you're avoiding those and pressing space to fire. Okay, so I should stop flying through them on purpose then. Okay, this world quest sucks. I think I knew that, and I think I forgot, and it's just coming screaming back to me. Maybe doing the other way, where you just shoot and they drive, is better. Oh, hang on. Someone it just decided to die. I always get a dwarf to fly for me so I can just spam one. Yeah. Alright. Well, that was 1,000 gold I got to keep. I'll take it. Don't mind me being wildly distracted. There's a rare? No, it's an earthen coffer. We're heading back to Sanders and Spring Bubble for a little bit, and then I want to mess around with my pet walker settings and see what else we can do. But I think if I never got distracted like that in WoW, then I wouldn't have any gold. Usually when I get distracted, I come out with like 800 gold, 1,000 gold. And I think that's where most of my gold is coming from right now. Contender for one of the worst world quests this expansion. I also hate the Fueling the Drills one in that Ringing Deep's Elite Zone. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember that. A little bit. I think I remember doing it once and then swearing off of it. You coming back up? I think I have, not that it's going to do me any good, but I think I have a Paragon cache, actually, for, summon a new pet, my Darkmoon Rabbit. Because what I want to do is I want to go in the pet walker settings, and I want to look at the pet pool options. But here, we'll kill Spring Bubble. Where's my Crackling Shard? One, please. Oh, okay. /PW. Summon timer. Favorites only. Apparently I have 793 favorite pets. Per character favorites are disabled. Hang on. Does it have like an interface? It doesn't have a GUI. Oh, okay. Toggle auto summoning. New pet pool. / Alright, so now my pet pool is all pets, which is what I wanted. You can have per character favorites or global favorites. I don't know how you would even set a per character favorite. But that's okay. This'll do all pets. You could also have it change how often. If I wanted a new pet every like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I could do /PW10. Looks like. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's fine. What did it say about the verbosity of the messages? Silent is only failures and warnings. Medium is new summons. / Let's put it on medium. Yeah, okay. Alright, I can use this. That's fun. I think every time I mount up, it's summoning a new pet because it's dismissing my pet when I get on my skywriting mount. So I think it's bypassing that by just like re-rolling every time I come back and forth. So I think I'm getting a new pet much more often. Sometimes it tells me I can't summon the Argent Squire. Yeah, I like this, because I always want to have my pets out more often, and then I never remember to summon them, so this is good. It'll do it for me. I'm so tickled pink about the rematch string thing, like pulling scripts with it. That's amazing. Okay. There are 1,953 unique pets in the journal, and I've collected 97.5%. I have one duplicate collected pet, which is that sand scarab situation I was talking about earlier. It says there's 48 pets that I have not collected. I'm hoping it's not including shop pets and stuff. Although I do have an embarrassing number of shop pets. For a while when they were just like, you know, once or twice a year, and it was like 10 bucks each, and half the time it was for charity, I would buy them every time, but... when I get duplicates, I just chuck one. I'll sell or delete it depending on whether I think anybody wants it, or if you can't sell or delete it, I just release it. That's just personal preference. There's lots of people that like to keep duplicates. Some people like to keep 3 of each pet. Some people like to keep pets of different breeds. I find it tidier to just, to the best of my ability anyways, have 1 of each. I may even at some point stick my valuable sand scarab in my bank, level up my other one, and that way I can get rid of that duplicate indicator. Any mobs that I can kill in the meantime, I feel like are a good idea. I get so easily distracted. There's part of me that wants to like log on to all sorts of different alts to take them to Dinah specifically, that pet tamer I just did, so that they can all do her world quest while doing a different family battler strat each time, so that I can get however many pet charms it was that I got, you know, multiple times over, because each alt would be able to do that world quest once. But that's not what I'm doing right now. It is technically an Isle of Dorn. I could get away with it, but I'm farming Crackling Shards. Any minute now they're gonna start dropping. Yesterday, I gave my dog a bath. It was his first bath since moving, and it was his first ever bath outdoors with a hose as opposed to inside in a tub. It was so much faster. It is so much easier to get soap out of a dog or to get a dog wet when you have a hose as opposed to just like gently pouring cups of water on him. Anytime she has the rare stone one, I take all my outset, get like 30 of them in an hour. Yeah, it's a good idea. Actually, speaking of, how many pets do I have that are not rare? 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Oh no, I have more. I have a handful of pets that need quality upgrades. It would be kind of fun to get my pet collection spruced up before midnight. He's one of those shower attached hoses. I want one of those at some point. When I start messing with my bathrooms, I want to get that set up. Pirates should be up. Yeah, 10 a.m. We can grab our hat real quick. Good tip. Certain mobs that have a higher chance been killing spiders north of the bee area for days. I think it's just low drop rate. The rares should technically have a little. I think they should have a higher chance than like regular mobs. But tough to say. Hello, infamous monster. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good day. Moose was not super thrilled about the bath because he thought he was going for a walk because we put his leash on him and we took him out and he was like, oh boy, we're going for a walk. And then I was like, bad news, friend. You're getting a bath. He didn't like flip out or anything. He was a little sad. But he smells so nice now and he gets all fluffy after you shampoo him. He gets a little frizzy, to be honest. I need a little dog conditioner or something, but he'll grease himself back up. He smells so good now. I knew it was time because I was laying on the couch watching TV a few nights ago and I was like, I can smell the dog from here. He needs a bath. I had brought this character out. Not a bad day. How are you? Doing pretty good today. Okay, so far so good. I'm fortifying my little spot at my desk here with a variety of different things to keep me warm because it's really chilly in this room. I got like a hot water bottle in my lap and I've got a cat on my right hand side. It's good stuff. So I think I can just buy this thing for gold. I'm pretty sure that's the extent of what's going on here. And then we come over here. I'm not doing that. I'm just purchasing this frenzied hat of the dark depths. Give it a little learn. Hi, buddy. I was just talking about ya. How you doing? Make me a pirate. Yeah. Good enough. 1k gold for a hat this year. Yeah, exactly. Add-on command sheet up to date. More or less. Pretty much. I know the date on it is a little old. I just need to have a little look at it and make sure there's nothing else. I guess I just installed a new add-on for summoning battle pens. But yeah, by and large, 95%. It is that one, if you're looking for it. But if there's ever like a specific add-on that you want to ask about, feel free to just ask us in chat. We'll know. Here we go. Getting back up. All right. See you later. 928, huh? We've done about 60 kills, but not of rares only. That also includes other mobs that we've been hitting along the way. Thanks to chat for mentioning Rematch. Discovered it's one of a few add-ons that were missing from auto update. Oh. Like CurseForge wasn't keeping it up to date. Let me check mine. My add-ons. Rematch. Missing for my CurseForge, not sure how. I don't see mine here, but like I definitely have it installed. That's weird. So I guess if I just go, I search it, I can just install it again. Hope it won't, you know, remove all my settings and stuff. Might have a modified version. I don't think I did anything to it. I don't do many things to most things. I'm kind of a set it and forget it kind of person. Give it a little reload. Anyways, worst case scenario, it clears all my teams. I just install them again. They probably need cleaning up anyway. Because it was definitely installed. We were using it today. Nah, I still have all my teams. I never really thought I was going to wipe them. As long as I don't somehow have two versions of it now, but it seems fine. Man. I definitely want to get Family Battler of Kazlogar done before. Is there like a main article where I can just grab like a whole... Oh, I can, can't I? Only with scripts. I can grab an all strats. Here, let me log in so I can see my... Missing for both of us. Maybe a change they made. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably something that happened on their end. I think I can mass import scripted strategies for Kazlogar Family Battler with scripts. And it'll just like, yeah. It'll just put together a big import code for me. This is great. I'm gonna get rid of my old Family Battler strats because I've done them now, so I don't think I need them anymore. Clean this up a little bit. Mass rematch export. gosh. And they have scripts. It's my birthday. Fastest way I was able to get these shards for Alunira was actually skin farming bees. Yeah, I've heard good things about that. Website you're using for these scripts. Yeah, Zufu's Pet Battlers. Zufu's Pet Battles. That's where I get all my scripts and teams from. Choose any one add-on to keep, and I had to get rid of everything else. It would be rematch. Oh man, if I had to keep just one, that would be hard because I would want Plater. At least until Blizzard comes out with their nameplates. But if I didn't have rematch, I probably wouldn't do Pet Battles. I think I'm too spoiled. I don't think I would stick with it. There's a link to the website I was talking about in chat there. Seconded on the one to keep. Definitely rematch. I'm trying to think of what else I couldn't live with. Because a lot of add-ons I've managed to get rid of over the years. Although my add-on spreadsheet's still huge, so I don't know. A lot of them are just little fiddly fun things that were just nice things. You know, not must-haves. It used to be that I couldn't even raid without add-ons. If my add-ons weren't working and raid night happened, I would have to sit out and fix my add-ons and I wouldn't be able to raid without them. And that's not the case anymore. I think I could live without handy notes. Plater's been broken lately? Oh. Heard from World First people they want to strongly restrict raid add-ons. Yeah, I heard that too. Eventually, once they have their own native versions for all of the important stuff. What is it, Pup Pup? You want to say hi? How are you doing? Are you watching the neighbors out the window? He's got a little spot that he likes to stare at the window. And he doesn't bark or anything. You see his little fluffy mug. Hi. Looking for your kitty? She's right there. Oh, Bubsy. It's okay. What is it? You have your water. You have your breakfast. I took you out this morning. What seems to be the trouble? Is it because you miss your dad? He's out fishing today. Love that I'm coming back to WoW after all this time and you're still here. So excited to get back to the game. Welcome back. Rematch has made a one-button presser, but I also wouldn't grind dailies without it. Rematch has a pet battle script function built in without needing pet battle scripts. Oh, made me a one-button presser. Gotcha. Hi. What's up, Buttercup? The puppy over here. You can't see him, but you'll have to trust me. He's very cute. Yeah. Sometimes I think of rematch and pet battle scripts as parts of a whole. I know they're separate add-ons, but they really work nicely together. Hugs and hello. Doing Family Battler without rematch is pain. First time I used rematch for it, my brain went boom. Latest mount you're proud of getting? Been ages since I seen ya. This one. This is the Seasbarg mount. It's a quest line that they added in the War Within that has you grinding, what, 3,000 total quest item drops to get it earned. I think that's what it works out to be. And pretty good grind. Pretty happy with it. Kind of a cool amount. Yeah, 3,000. It took an embarrassing amount of time for me to do the math in my brain. The step 1 is 1,500, and step 2 is 1,000, and step 3 is 500, and those do piece together. Yeah. I need more water soon. Any spring bubble? Hello? Any high return? Any luck? Not yet, no. I've learned about a new add-on that helps summon my pets for me. I've killed a bunch of these things. I did a couple of world quests. The other thing I might do is I might pop back to Dornigal. I think I have a Paragon cache to pick up over there. Yeah, I wouldn't use pet battle scripts if I had to manually manage the pets either. There's no way. Can I sell my Anubisath idol that's sitting in my bags? Probably. You know what? While I'm thinking about pets, I think I'm just going to cage my official Sand Scarab, and I'm just going to stick it in my bank to be forgotten about so it can't bother me anymore. Until the next time I look at my bank, anyway. Sand Scarab. So I'm taking the one that has a name and is fully leveled. Because that's the only one that's gaugeable. Then he's just going to sit in my bank. And then I'll get the other one leveled at some point. I have a total of 7,760 polished pet charms. Actually, are any of my unleveled pets mechanical, dragonkin, or undead? This is kind of taken away from my Alunira farming, but whatever. Let me see. Pets. Level, no 25s. Families. Mechanical? Yes, yes I do. Alright, we can use some of these stones then. Let's get all of these. We'll just pull them all. The family ones I feel like I could just kind of use willy-nilly. Anybody? These are all level 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 stones to get a pet from 1 to 25 with the flat 2k XP per stone. So I can do a couple of pets this way. Head to the garrison for battles. That's okay. I'm just using some stones out of my bank right now. Yeah, Squirt Day is up today though. It's a good tip. I'm doing Alunira farming. I'm just getting vaguely sidetracked. Really sneaky getting pet battle tokens. Good way to get them. Lots of different options. The straightforward and easy thing to do is just to try to do pet battle world quests that offer pet tokens whenever you see them. Even if you don't have many pets level, they should scale down to low level pets. You can always try engaging them with low level pets and see if that's easier if you're having a hard time with the fight itself. In terms of like min-maxing, there's an argument to be made for setting up old alts on Shadowlands mission tables. Or even other mission tables I think will still give pet charms and sending out missions for them. That's how I got thousands of mine. Alright. Let's take Dragonkin. Oh, I do have a few Dragonkins that could use these stones. There's one. Because I've got lots of Dragonkin stones. Because they don't make that many Dragonkin pets. Hazel getting sidetracked? I know, right? Never. Every time I pass through Borealis, check the table there. Only do pet battles world quest with level 1 so the opponent is locked to 1 skill because I don't have the add-ons. Hey, whatever works. Alright, Doom Feathers. It's your turn. Oh, you're the midnight pet, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the Night Fae mission table. That's an easy one to get off the ground if you're just starting from scratch. But if it's a character that you played during Shadowlands and they had a different covenant, that works fine too. I use Necrolord because I had a bunch of characters set up for Necrolord because I was farming Necroray eggs. So I usually use that mission table and that works good too. It's whatever you have. No need to do it perfectly. There we go. Alright, what about undead? Do I have any undead pets that need levels? Nope, sure don't. Okay, those are going back in the bank. Send all my 70 plus alts through the War Within Pet Battle World Quest. Do you really? My goodness. I do a Pet Battle World Quest once on my main and I'm like, wow, that was hard work. Good for me. Hazel, I have no life. I beat one person in a PvP pet battle. Hey, that's one win you get to keep. It counts. That officially counts. That's commitment. Anyway, oh, I didn't even do the thing I went back to town for. I went to go pick up a Paragon cache just because it was itching my brain. But I now officially have no duplicate pets in my journal again, which feels good. Also, we snuck our average pet level up to 24. Oh, level 70 plus. Oh, I also misread it as you have 70 or more alts. I figured across multiple accounts and I was like, wow, I did not know she went that hard. Good afternoon, Hazel. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well today. There you go, 1,500 resonance crystals for that. A little bit of gold. Oh, I almost have 100k in this alt. That's exciting. Do I need to... no, not yet. Still regenerating our concentration. Good. Here, we'll do this world quest because we have to kill a few kobolds. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll drop a shard. Might make a second account for Remix. Not sure yet. Yeah, they have been increasing the total we have. I have no idea what current character cap is. I just know it's going up by 5 with Remix. They've fiddled with it too many times for me to keep up with it. And I'm not really close to the cap, so it's never been like a thing that I had to know. I like deleting characters too much. 65 going to 70. Okay. Oh, CharBB, thank you for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. I am at cap because I refuse to delete characters. That's fair. So we have so we're gonna be able to have 70. Ahoy, happy Pirate Day. Yar. 59 at the moment, lots are DKs. There must be somebody out there that has tons of alts and they're all like evenly spread across classes, but I think most people that tend to make lots of alts will heavily, like, a lot of people will do one of each class, but after that point will heavily favor like a couple of classes. I'm a big sucker for a hunter, a priest, or a druid. Priest being my toxic trait because they're not good to have lots of alts. I just like making them. 700 pets at level 1 and the thought of leveling them all is beyond my comprehension. Well, in any given moment, it's impossible for you to level them all. All you could do is level one of them. Want to make one of each race. At least 2 of each, and warriors at around 10 plus. Yeah. Alright, here's Spring Bubble. Created somebody else because I wanted a stay classy guild achievement for my bank guild. Oh. Speaking of Pet Elder World quests, I'm gonna do them. I like how, as I'm doing this farm, I'm talking people into doing other unrelated farms. I mean, we haven't gotten any Crackling Shards yet, so I don't think I'm really making a great poster girl for this method. If I was gonna kill mobs while I'm waiting for the rares to spawn, I would probably do it here. Used to split characters across multiple accounts, and now with warband camps, want to consolidate them together. Oh. Why does Koresh not have pet battle quests? It's because it was undebaked. It's got a soggy bottom. I don't think it was fully... I think it was put into good enough condition to shove out and move on. Pet battle quests feel like a finishing touch that was not gotten around to. It's not a soggy bottom, it's raw. I mean, it works. I can fly around there without disconnecting. That's a good thing, right? Man, 99,584 gold. I need to vendor some stuff. I think what people were trying to say, Goose, is that there are no like wild pet battles or pet tamer world quests or pet battles to fight. Not that you can't get any battle pets. Hello, Sanders. Alrighty, I think I'm not getting very lucky over here. I might do the fungal folly, just because it's bountiful anyway. I wonder if I have any hunters that I haven't leveled yet. I could make a project out of it. Just only quest and level on Isle of Dorn and see how if we get any shards between 70 and 80. I would accept one. All my crackling shards are from farming leather in the elite Beowulf area. Yeah. That's boring. That's more or less why I'm avoiding it. I did some of it already. I feel like I did my time. I paid my dues. I did that farm for my cinder pollen. I think I'm at 1. Gonna slog through Legion, BFA, Shadowlands, and Dragonflight Pet Battle World Quest on every y'all. Yes, I am. You're gonna get a lot of pet charms doing that. Leveled my priest from 70 to 80. Got 1 at 76. Hoped at least 1 shard would have dropped when I did the bee grind. 0. Yeah, seems to vary wildly. It's just RNG, I suppose. Grind to get like 9 shards in Pandaria, then never finished it. Got the dragon from Remix instead. I think I was given that one, because that one was giftable. Like, somebody else could grind the shards and then summon the boss for you, like in a group with you, and give you the mount. And this one doesn't work like that. You have to get the shards yourself, is my understanding of it. Why are we grinding this rare? Chances at Crackling Shards for Alunira. I am, I think, gonna pop myself onto this hill where I'll be safe, and I'm gonna take a short break. BRB. Okie dokie, let's see. Make drums for my guild, 2 birds, 1 stone. Nice. Yeah, I don't, I haven't done skinning like for gold or anything in a long time. Herbing and mining, sure, but not usually skinning. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna do this stuff. It's been looking at me. It's been blinking at me with its little blinky bountiful lamp. I don't even think I need it for vault. Yeah, I've got my vault maxed out for delves, but I have extra keys. And I want the brand experience that we'll get from it, so we're gonna pop through and do this on... I think I'm gonna stick with the extraneous... Well, am I? I was gonna stick with the extraneous 11s until such a time as I get, until such a time as I get a... we'll bring it down to 4, maybe. Until I get my brand fully leveled. But it's occurring to me that I might want to continue doing a couple of 11s every week for Gilded anyways. So given that I'm already well capped on them this week, maybe I should just do something that's going to make this a tiny bit faster and easier to kill more of the mobs. Because if we are going to get a Crackling Shard from the Delve, it's going to be from killing lots of mobs. So making them easier would be good. I guess this means that if I shouldn't do the skip gate. It's hard to not though. Like if you see there's the flicker gate, but if I get the skip I shouldn't take it because I should be trying to kill lots of mobs in here. First shard came from here a year ago. What is it they want me to get? They want me to get the crystal over here. I don't mind doing delves whenever I get an excuse to, though, just because I know I want the delve metas, and I still have stuff to collect for undercoins and whatnot. I think once I'm finished buying all the undercoin collectibles off the vendor, then it's a little, and also like, you know, I got my brand fully leveled and everything for the rewards track, then maybe I'm a little less motivated, but for now, we're all about it. Only gotten shards from delves from the boxes at the end. Oh. Well, then maybe it's worth me doing the skip if I find it then. I think it would be good to do the delve on alts. On like a low... Well, I guess it depends if it's a leveling alt or not. Doing the delve on alts. I haven't watched in a while. How are things? Your stream is just the thing I need to fight the stomach bug I got. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon. That really sucks. We have never resisted the skip gate. Yeah, not once have I resisted the skip gate. I was reading like a forum thread of people arguing about whether or not it's worth taking and whether or not it gives you like full flicker gate rewards. And I'm like, we're quibbling over, you know, like 100 undercoins here. This is not that big of a deal. Take the darn skip. I mean, live your life if you you know, do whatever you want. Far be it from me to tell other people how to play. Have gotten a shard from Delve Trash. Yeah, I may be approaching the point in my life where I need to start using, not need to, but where it might be nice to start using alts for, oh, that's right, this one. Although this story kind of sucks. This is a really annoying story for Melee to do. The closer the skip gate is to the normal delve end, the harder a choice it is. I thought the goal of the internet is to tell people how to play games. Listen, if we're not splitting hairs, then why are we here? What are we for? That one. Little curiosities. If we can find them. Bit of XP for my brand. If you take the gate without finishing the delve, do you get all the rewards? Nearly. It will max out your Nemesis pack rewards. It will get you the same end of delve rewards. The one exception is that if you took an ethereal gate that spawned on its own and not from a flicker gate, and you had not yet found the flicker gate, word on the street is that it will not automatically grant you the flicker gate chest rewards. So that is technically a reason to finish the delve, like to go look for that gate. I think that practically that chest that they're talking about is not that valuable and is not worth your time to go look for. In a delve, like, you're better off just finishing the delve and then doing like another one with the extra time. But technically that is the one thing that won't get capped out. But everything else, all the important stuff does. What is this? Yeah, this thing. If you haven't found this thing yet before you take a portal, then technically you're missing out on the chest that would get from clicking this, but I don't know. I think it's a waste of time. Everyone on the internet entitled to my opinion. I want the 100 flicker gate achievement too, so sometimes I feel bad. Yeah, it's just so fast to get into another delve, especially if you're somebody that tends to have alts where, like, even if you did all the bountiful delves, and you could even work on that achievement outside of bountiful delves, it's hard to want to do a delve that's not bountiful. I don't know. I've never, like, run out of delves to do, so I figure getting through them faster can only be a good thing. But yeah, getting the flicker gate achievement would be kind of cool. I'm at 50, well, maybe 51 now for that one. That would be a nice thing to do this time around too. It's a War Within achievement, so it would be something to do probably just this season. Oh yeah, it's for the flickering title. Oh no, I'm only at 13. Why did I think I had 50? 50 must have been the puzzles. Oh, that is a nice title. Yeah, we're gonna have to get into delves in a big way. 4 tier 11 delves this week before I realized you only get the gilded stash from the bountiful ones. Oh man. There's still great brand experience, I'll give them that. 25 more for the 500 achievement, and the rest to find out that there's one for 1,000. Yeah, I'm still working on the 250 achievement for the bountiful delves. I know there's more levels beyond that, but for now it looks like I'm only halfway there. I neglected delves really heavily in the first season, because if you're just doing them for gear and you're also doing Mythic Plus and Raid, you very quickly out-level the gear. It's really nice for an alt or for somebody that's not doing those other things, but for my main, they get outstripped pretty quickly. But, last patch I was doing them on alts, and this patch I'm just doing them for giggles. Doubt I'll hit the 1,000 mark. It's quite a few. $200 more bountifuls for the 500 golden key. Yeah. It's a nice mog, too. Plus, you know, completionism. I wonder if I missed a mushroom back there. I might have done. Keep this in mind if I end up trying to spam these delves and alts today for chances at shards. Any puzzles? You need the keys to spend the keys. Yeah. You could do it on alts if you were getting the keys anyways on them. I know I usually end the season and burn keys. Oh dear, I really did miss one way over there. Oh no. Alright, we're going for a hike. Don't mind me. Village Witch, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Pretty much pushes you to do them on many alts. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I mean, I'm still not caught up to my key backlog, but I think this is going to be the first patch where I'm going to end up running short on keys, because in the last couple of days anyways, I've been doing like 4 bountifuls every day. So I'm going to catch up eventually. Oh, I didn't. I got up to go fill my water, and I did everything but fill up my water. I might need to grab that after this delve. Very important. Stay hydrated. Nice, it never happened, but I wish keys were account bound. I have like 40 keys in my main, and alts was 0. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you on both points. It would be very nice, and also it's unlikely. I made a mistake. Made teeny tiny little boo boo. Achievements remind me of Karate Kid. Daniel says he's done painting the fence, and without looking up, Miyagi says both sides. And then Daniel says not yet. Back to work. Used all my stones to level pets. Only have 12 out of 1,700-ish pets to level. Waste of a squirt day. Oh, we're almost finished with this one. And then we just have to nip across the whole place again. Alright. Leveling queue emptied out. Time to get new pets. Push older non-rares up. I'm at 45 puzzles, but I grind with a partner, so technically we need to find 200 for sharing's sake. Yeah. Whenever I used to run with Flabby, we didn't know about the achievements, and Flabby would always do the puzzle because he was just way faster at them. He's just fast at, I don't know, getting to things and clicking on them or something. So I don't think I had very many done for a while because he'd been doing them, but I don't think we knew about the achievement. Spin shroom? I guess this way. I will try to remember that, Anders. I think I have a Twitch plugin. I don't know if I have it turned on right now. Sometimes I have a Twitch plugin that lets people put their pronouns, like attach them to their name for other people that have the plugin. That's always nice. I haven't been doing the delve tanking achievements. I haven't even finished the healing or DPSing achievements. I have them almost finished. But no. I thought about doing it. I thought about working on it, actually. Because they're, you know, obviously account wide, and I have a prop paladin. Delves need more puzzles. Yeah, been on the last 4 for the achievement for weeks. Okay, any luck here? We're hoping for Crackling Shards. No, no luck. I mean, not bad resonance crystals. Alright, I'm gonna grab more water before I forget. Thank you for your patience. Gotta run now. Take care. See you later, Charby. Have a good day. Alright. Well, we didn't get a shard, but we, you know, we got another delve done for our achievement. A couple of things we can vendor. Gotten any shards yet? Not one! Here, we'll go do a couple more kills of those 2 rares. I'm thinking about... Hi, buddy. I'm thinking about what I want to try next. If I want to try and get any alts leveled, and if I have any... I guess I'm trying to think of like why I would want more alts leveled, because I'm clearly not making use of the 11 alts that I already have at 80. I suppose if I just wanted to get more characters leveled for future expansions, for things like Collector's Bounty farming, it wouldn't hurt. How many do you have? I have 11 80s, and then I have somewhere north of 18 70s. I started counting and then I got freaked out. I don't want to level them during Legion. If I was leveling them during Legion Remix, I would have to delete them and recreate them, right? Like, you can't take an existing 70 and then pop it into Remix. So if I want to keep any of like the history or, I don't know, feeling of having that character been worth something this whole time, I don't want to level a bunch of alts with Remix. The panda ones felt extra. Like, I didn't even remember making them. I ended up deleting some of them. They were just kind of overwhelming. Farm Crackling Shards the best way? Probably bee and wolf farming groups. You can find in your group finder, people are often running these groups here. And they farm mobs in this area, and that's a good idea. I'm not doing it because it's boring. And this way feels more fun to me, but it is probably a much better way to get the shards. Deleted all the remix alts but one. Yeah, you can convert a remix alt to retail, but not the other way around. The only thing I've used more than 20 plus alts for is quick queue things like holiday bosses when they add new items. Yeah, I don't need the alts. But then if I don't need the alts, then maybe I should delete the alts. But then I ended up using them for you know, sometimes every now and then in a blue moon they come in handy. None of my mop remix characters survived. Got mine in each new character level between 70 and 80. That's kind of one of the things I was thinking of trying, was like taking an alt that's at 70, just grabbing one of them, and then just like kind of making a little project of leveling it to 80 just in Isle of Dorn, so that I could try and get a, you know, get lucky and get the, get a shard that way. Might do it. During wins, made 200 alts to multi-box holiday events. One shard from a random mob that spawned from a wax pile. I'm a bit surprised I haven't seen any shards from these yet. I've been killing these 2 for a couple hours today. Not one. Now would be the time to try that. Yeah. Hi! Let me see you. I have a visitor. What can I do for you, friend? What is it? I'm just having a think. I don't know what you want, honey. Unless you're... I can't make him come home. He's fishing. He'll come back later. He's so cute. Does he pay attention to me humanized if I ever saw him? I know if I go try and pet him, though. Hi, sweetie. If I try and pet him, he's gonna, like... Oh, he wants to give me kisses. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna scoot on out of here. I know. I know. Hi. What about that? Is that nice? You like that spot? Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go. Unlikely you can get all the way to 80 in just one zone. You know what? Let's I'm curious. I want to see. Let's give it a go. Oh, honey bear. Baby boy. I'll take you out again after stream, honey. We went out right before I started. You're fine. Actually. His tummy was a tiny bit upset. Maybe I should take him out. I know I just took a break, but one sec. Sorry about that. Hi, buddy. I know. I just had to check to see if he needed to, because he's not a big faker. I know some dogs will pretend like they really have to go out just because they're bored. Here, let me take your collar off. But Moose, if he's crying, usually has like an actual problem, so just want to make sure you didn't need to do anything outside. All right, let's pick an alt to level exclusively in the Isle of Dorn. I mean, this one appears to be already at 73. That would be a logical place to start, but I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? Priest, priest, priest. Paladin, DH, DK, Evoker, Warrior, Warrior, Warrior. That one's 69, but you know, counts. Couple of Druids. Oh yeah, there's the Hunters. 1, 2, 3. Good point, Moose. You know what? Let's play Squidgy. Squidgy's next on the agenda. Oh, 4K vehicle bill kind of put me on a budget for a bit. Oh, that stings. Good to get it fixed up though. It's better to know about that kind of thing than to have it surprise you in a bad spot. Hi. Try taking it through the Dorn dungeon. Follower. We're gonna teleport to Stormwind. We're gonna poke around and see what feels fun. Our main rule is that we're going to be, once we get out there anyway. No, I don't want to go to the Dragon Isles. We're going to be staying on the Isle of Dorn. So we can do Dorn dungeons, we can do Dorn delves, I can do Dorn quests, I can just kill random stuff or whatever. I don't want these things. Do I have any professions that I need to be worried about here? Or not worried about, but like... No. I have 0 professions whatsoever. I suppose that's fine. Drop rate from Crackling Shards higher from rares? I think it is, but I was killing them all morning and I wasn't getting anything, so I'm taking a break from that plan. So... That's distractions, yeah. I don't think we're ever going to get to no distractions, but less is probably a good idea. I should probably use the, I should probably do the intro. Or at least skip the intro anyway. This character is wearing 467 stuff. I guess there's no heirlooms that go all the way up anyway, so complete that. And we say, yes, skip please. Wow, is all distractions. It's fun though. I think that's one of the things I like about it. You set out to do one thing and then you find yourself knee deep in something else that felt like super compelling. Oh, there's a Dells one. Isle of Dorn. Very good. $1 quests take forever unless you have pre-patched gear. Yeah. Ever since they started letting us skip, I never did them properly again. You can pick up the weeklies. Archives and World Soul. Kazalgar World Quest seems like a good idea. We can even do Theater Troop, actually. It's going to be up in a few minutes. Although I think they only want us to do 6, so I think we can probably just do that normally. Let's use our map to everywhere to discover the map. Since working from home, I don't drive much. Weekly groceries. The last tire swap mechanic actually said I don't need the oil change yet. Oh, nice. There you go. I gotta get winter tires for the first time in my life, and I'm like anxious just because I don't know how it works. I'm gonna go to the tire store and I'm gonna be like, hello? Help! They're definitely not gonna rip me off. Wish I could share tomatoes with everyone. Got back from my garden with another 5 pounds or more. Ooh. Do you make tomato sauce? You make salsa. You make... You just can tomatoes. I use canned tomatoes that I buy. I feel like if I could can tomatoes that I grew and then use those for like chilies and curries all year, that would be amazing. Get rims. Yeah, that's what I was reading, that if I get a set of rims for them, it'll make the swaps easier. I don't know if I want to try and store them myself. I don't have a garage, but I do have a shed. Now. Winter tire is more expensive. Yeah. But, you know what's really expensive is death. So I'm getting my winter tires this year. Put the summer tires on the cool wheels and the winter ones on the stock wheels. I don't think I've ever in my life worried about how cool my wheels are. If they turn and they're not like punctured, that's usually about where I stop caring. Here. Turning my San Marzanos into crushed tomatoes to use for everything. Gonna turn my slicers into tomato juice. Not enough peppers for salsa. Oh, man. Preserving my own crushed tomatoes would be amazing. I use so many of them. It's like one of my staple grocery store purchases. Seasonals, M&S, GVRD. What's GVRD? Greater Vancouver? I'm in a much more rural area than I used to be. And it's winter's gonna happen. I'm in a pretty rural pocket of Vancouver Island, and we're a little mountainous, and there's gonna be snow. At least with death, it's other people paying, right? Lugging the tires in and in storage. In and out of storage is a pain. You can get some mechanics to store them. Yeah, I should ask the tire people if they do that. They probably do. The less I'm touching my car, the better it is for everybody involved, the car included. Oh, hang on. Oh my keybinds. Oh no, this will never do. I'm taking everything off. I don't know what these keybinds are, but they're not. This isn't happening. Hang on, that one can stay. That one's fine. The rest of these need moving direly. Hang on, this is terrible. This was one of my, speaking of remix characters, this alt was actually a remix hunter. Don't want that one. I want really straightforward keybinds here. I also remixed alts. Delete. Yes, stick me in a starter build. Thank you. Bars and keybinds should be the same for the same spec. Yeah, you'd think. Hey, how's things on the West Coast? Hello, it's good. How are things for where you are? Let's see. I want my spellbook. Hunter, yeah. Barbed shot. Explosive shot. The problem is that I'm just doing this based on memory, and I kind of sort of remember where I like to put them. But, you know, do I? Do I really? Kinda. I take screenshots. That's very studious of you. Northern Ontario? Nice. Is your weather starting to change? Ask your insurance any discount for putting winters on. Yeah. Because I know how to talk to them. They bill me once a year. I don't know where they are. I just got it set up when I bought the car. You would be kind of shocked at to the extent to which I am incapable of dealing with life. I usually do things in the simplest possible way because otherwise I'm gonna get overwhelmed and I'm just gonna panic. 7 this morning. Oof. It is not that cold here, but it's cold inside because I don't have any. I haven't got my heating set up yet because I just moved in and it was in a bit of a state. So we're trying to get somebody to come out and install a heat pump for us before the winter comes because otherwise I'm gonna be hugging my dog. Save bars and talents for alt. Super helpful for altaholics. Oh, BTW loadouts. It's probably a good thing to look into, especially for me and all my hunters. This is working more or less well, though. Oh, hey. Is that the rare I need? Malfunctioning spire. Hi, Hazel. Hi, JG Britt. How you doing? Having their phone numbers good if you have an accident, just in case, like insurance. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even... Well, I think it's all... I was going to say I don't know who provides it, but I think all auto insurance is ICBC here, so I think that's probably fine. They would have my name on file somewhere. If you want to send your cold weather to Texas, I'd be so happy. I love the cold, but I live in the worst place for wanting cold. Congrats on the move. Hope all went good. Thank you. Yeah, so far so good. Getting things figured out, just one thing at a time. It is very different up here, but it's different in like all the best ways for me. I'm becoming an increasingly superstitious person because I'm feeling kind of like it was destiny. Just because everything seems to be fit, like, just right for me. It's all just the way I like it. Does BC have provincial? BC is a province. I am uneducated as to the rest of the context of that question. If I was supposed to infer something, I lost it. We're lucky I pay my taxes. I get an accountant to help me. Not superstitious, only a little stitious. Just itsy bitsy stitious. Take hot over 1 Celsius and torrential rain for 5 months. Damp, cold, miserable. Happy you found a place cozy for you. Yeah, I'm curious to see how I like it like the rest of the year, because I moved in like late summer, so it's a nice, reasonable season. It's been hot, but that's okay. The place cools down well enough if I shut all the windows, and I put up, basically the first thing that I did was I got some cheap blinds, or not blinds, but like curtains, darkening curtains that I could put up just to help keep the temperature down by blocking out suns to help prevent the place from heating up during like a heat wave. That worked pretty good. We've been getting by. ICBC, yeah. Don't worry about it. You don't have to solve my problems. It's okay. It's all right. If I'm gonna try and untangle my life, I'm probably gonna use resources other than Twitch chat. I promise it'll all work out. But I don't think it's really like I'm sure you can provide them with some things. I think they've been, every now and then they mail me a rebate because of reasons. But Twitch chat knows everything. Catching up on your VOD the other day when you got 100 gift subs, and I'm not sure who was more shocked, you or me. Spat my coffee, I think you nearly did the same. Yeah, it was Nardersoul. It was amazing. Try to keep the temps down, yet you get cold. Well, it's because it wouldn't make any sense for me to try to heat it up as much as possible in the morning, because then the place would be cooking in the afternoon. You kind of have to, you know, at least for right now. Right now, when I don't have any technology set up to help me with this, you know, you gotta take your cold morning so that the place is like livable in the afternoon. Even if you do have like a HVAC, it's not a bad idea, assuming that you don't mind it getting a little chilly for a while in the morning, because you can just save some energy. Take a layer off every 2 to 3 hours. I broke out my my fleece-lined corduroy today. I'm pretty happy about it. I also love me a hot water bottle. It's not gonna help my fingers too much, but helps keep me from generally getting cold. But I'm also just somebody that I'm always cold. I'm just one of those people. I always have been. It's sort of a lifelong struggle for me. Didn't know they did that here in Ontario. We have to shop around. Oh, yeah. I think it's well, it's sort of provincial and it's sort of private, and that's why it's confusing to me, and I don't really understand. But you know, the car's insured, so that's the important thing. I will say, going to ICBC for anything was much nicer than going to the DMV for anything. Just kind of a smoother experience. Although I don't blame it so much on the institution as on the amount of people that will show up to try to do something without having their documents even remotely organized, ready, or present for the thing it is that they're trying to do. And I found that both ICBC and the DMV do a good job of like having resources online, being like, if you're doing this thing, please bring XYZ. And the amount of people that show up without doing that is incredible. I thought I was messy. Mounting birdie up here. Permanently cold. However, I get very hot and overheat when it's above 80. 0 tolerance for temperature. Still high 80s Fahrenheit where I live. I'm dying to get to cooler weather. Yeah, it's been getting hot in the afternoons here, but not, it's been chilling out overnight. I had a dream that somebody sent me something, and to ship it, they had carved out the middle of a piece of firewood and tucked it in, and I was like, oh, this smells like cedar. And also, what convenient shipping material. After I'm finished receiving my package, I can burn this for fuel. And that was the whole dream. That was the whole point of the dream. And I was like, oh, I have the same kind of firewood here. Huh. Anyway, never mind. I think I'm going to keep replaying the Dornagal campaign, but we can also do lots of side quests. Weird, right? those are not upgrades yet. Earthen rescued and hazards cleared. You betcha. Car insurance too big kid talk make my brain hurty. Yeah, it's okay. Most of the like stressful, scary things about being an adult mainly come down to various institutions and or people wanting money and or paperwork. If you can fill out a form and you can make enough money to pay the people, then this is 99% of it. The colder weather gives me a chance to break out all the handmade blankets I crochet. Wow. That sounds like fun. Do you do them as gifts for your family throughout the year? I have, I don't crochet, but my family knits, and I have some beautiful knitted things from different relatives. Nice silkworm pet. Why, thank you. You were in line for 30 minutes. How did you get to the counter without seeing all the signs with the answers? If you're on your phone, they have a website. What is our Crackling Shard methodology of choice? Right now, we're basically just trying at different things to see when I get lucky. I think if I was recommending things to other people, I would say go for the bee and wolf farm. I'm just being stubborn about it because I don't want to. So right now, I'm leveling an alt in Isle of Dorn to see if I get lucky and I get one at some point during questing through the zone. I also tried doing a delve. I've done a few delves in my life in the Isle of Dorn. I was killing rares for a while. I was going back and forth between two leveling rares, killing those all morning. No luck yet, but you know, the one thing I have is a really unwise amount of persistence, so they're not going to break me. It will gum the mobs to death. Oh, you mean this silkworm pet? You mean Harold? Sorry, I thought I had a battle pet summoned. Yeah, Harold is from Remix. Isn't he cool? This was my Remix character, Squidgy. And do I need to talk to you about anything? No? Okay. This is my Remix character, and she has Pandaria-themed pets. Yeah, maybe the odd institution failing to provide what they promised, yeah. Or moving goalposts, or people saying that they want one piece of information, but then you bring it to them, they're like, no, I need something else. Or, you know, you deal with different people that do things differently. But it all gets done at the end of the day. Persistence is a superpower. I hope it serves you well. I kind of wish I had more persistence in other areas of my life. I think WoW is sucking up all of my persistence. Harold is my favorite pet. I didn't know you could tame a little grub guy. I don't even remember what they want me to talk to. Oh, profession trainers. Are they judging me for my lack of professions? This is just the tour quest. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool hunter pets that they let you have now that you don't see around a lot. I love the butterflies. I think the butterflies are really cool. Wow, sucking in my life force. I'm pretty sure I picked up that Call of the World song. I need to speak to the flight master, the innkeeper, Bran. There's Bran. Also, I need to review the Delver's Guide, which I think is just this. Yeah, and that'll finish this little thing. That's just the hat thing. Nobody would ever judge you for your lack of in-game professions and all the free progress you're missing out on. Yeah, progress on what? You're always missing out on progress on a hypothetical goal that you don't have. If I was working on it, then I'd be working on it. It's okay, you know? Alright, we're introducing ourselves here. Wish I could assign stats to real life, make it easier to grind for hours for a +1. There are, like, productivity apps that try to gamify your life by, like, giving you, like, letting you assign your tasks and your goals and, like, your completion metrics and then giving you, like, experience and levels and stuff. I always found them way too much work. I used to try that kind of thing, and I always found it to be too fiddly, and I would set it up once and then never touch it again. It's a cute idea. I'm sure it worked for other people. One of my guildmates has a peacock named Pennyworth, and he is so loud when you click on him. Until you said when you click on him, when I was reading your message, I thought your guildmate had a real-life peacock named Pennyworth, and you could hear him in the back of his mic, or their mic, when they're talking on Discord. Which also would have been fun. I used to do arena with someone that had birds, and you could always hear the birds. It was really funny. The peacock pets are very pretty too. I think I have them on a couple of characters. That would be awesome. Pennyworth is a phenomenal name for a peacock. Peacocks are super mean animals. I think as humans, it's a bit rich for us to call any animal like mean or unpleasant. I think that we kind of win that one, just in general. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's kind of rich coming from people. I have a guildie that has a parrot. That will 100% call for hero. Oh man, a pirate hunter with like a parrot pet? How come I haven't done that yet? Plus, it's Pirate Day. What are they doing? Adelgun found. Imagine guild drama because someone's parrot repeated a secret in chat. Always wanted a bird pet IRL. The work that goes into taking care of them is insane. 2 lazy kitties enough for me. Yeah, I respect bird people. I'm fascinated by pet birds. I will never have one. I'm not a bird person. I have enough animals and animal obsessions. I don't want to spread myself out too thin, so I'm not going to have bunnies. I'm not going to have birds. I'm not going to have gerbils or hamsters. I am happy with my cat, dog, potentially more cats or dogs in the future, and then freshwater fish and worms, of course. And that's lots, you know? There's only so many hours in a day. Grandpa had a turkey when I was a kid. So mean, chased me all over the yard. Complete the Earth Crawl Delves mine. I think I might just. The thing that, not the only thing that put me off of having birds. I think there's a few different things, but birds tend to generate and kick up a lot of dust, and if you're not very careful with like ventilation and air quality, it's pretty easy to give yourself, or at least I guess I've heard, I don't know, that it can be easy to give yourself like bird fancier's lung, where inhaling those fine particles causes damage to your body over time. And that's scary. I know that there's lots of things that there's all kinds of different ways I can die. We've got all kinds of fun and exciting options, but like, you know, I don't need to go looking for more of them. Bigger they are, the harder work they are. What's the biggest bird that someone's likely to keep? An emu? A flock of emus? I mean, at that point they're outside. It's more in the range of like livestock. Although I don't know why people keep emus. Is it for the eggs? Are they eating them? Is it just for fun? Miners rescued. So now we're doing double duty in that we're in a delve. We're in an Isle of Dorn delve. So we might get, you know, Crackling Shards. But we're also leveling. I don't know, it's like 5 just a pet. They have a death wish. Emus do? There's emus and then there's the other ones. That are like emus but that are not emus. They're big birds. I remember I got like pecked by an emu or emu-like creature at a fair once. And I'm sure I got like way too close to it or something. Some dumb thing kids do. Ostrich, that's what I'm thinking of. Ostriches. Ostriches and emus. Just like llamas and alpacas, I'll never tell them apart. You can explain the difference to me 1,000 times and I'll go, yeah, that's cool. And I'll immediately forget. In one ear, out the other. I think I had a plush ostrich as a kid and I was partial to them for a while for that reason. They're also reyes. That I have not heard of. Two dogs that take all the attention already between walks, runs, lake visits, fun with sprinklers. I think I would die of exhaustion with any more pets. Yeah. It is possible to get shards from delves. As long as they are Isle of Dorn delves. It has to be Earthcrawl Mines, Creek Wells, Rest, or Fungal Folly. Let's Google this. We can, but I'm telling you, I will forget immediately. You can explain it to me, but I'm not going to remember. I'm not even invested in remembering anymore. It's all right. I don't need to know the difference. Check out cassowaries. Those birds can kill you. Hi, Vinrail. How you doing? Happy Friday. so much emojis. I wonder at what point I'm going to start getting upgrades to these 467 things that I got from, it must have been some leveling event or another. Also, speaking of leveling, I guess I can pop a bottle of Mysterious Wisdom. I hadn't remembered to do that yet. Doing Squirt Day? Do we... So many of the same pet. Yeah, they look the same. The only one I'm likely to figure out is seals and sea lions, because sea lions have ears. They have external ears. And I know that because I had a sea lion plush that I got at the aquarium where they told me about the sea lions and the ears thing. I don't think I have that plushie anymore, but I remember that it had little ears on it. I love seals. I shouldn't, because, well, no, sure I should. They're awesome. But I was salmon fishing recently, and more than one person had their salmon taken off their line by a seal. And they were complaining about it because the seals know what's up, so they'll just camp out and wait. You'll see them like swimming around, like checking you out, being like, "You got a fish on? No, okay, maybe later. Time to get you an ostrich plush." But they're so cute. They're so cute, and they're so like funny and individual. And some of them are just like really chill, and they'll just hang out and check you out. And then some of them have like attitude, and they'll swim right up to you and kind of like spit. Because I do pretty much exclusively shore fishing. I'm never in a boat. I'm always on the shore, so they like to come by and see what you're up to. They're so cute. And they're so graceful in the water, too. For, like, such big, like, kind of flubbery things, they swim like angels. They're beautiful. I can't swim like that. Gonna head down to the Calgary Zoo for the penguins. Partner loves them, so I got us exclusive tickets through work, and he doesn't know yet. Oh, that's a wonderful surprise. You're a good partner. They're trainable. I think I saw a YouTube video once of a walrus doing a tango. I'm sure most mammals are trainable if you can convince them that they should be. Totally go fishing to hang out with seals. That's like my favorite part. Like some days I catch fish and some days I don't, but no matter what, I'm always gonna see great wildlife while I'm out there, and that's the best bit. You know, there's always gonna be like eagles and herons, ravens, lots of different shorebirds. You get your kingfishers, you get your oyster catchers, and your cormorants, crabs. I love crabs. Lots of crabs. Kelp crabs, shore crabs, hermit crabs. Got the Seasbarg mount the other day. You inspired me to finish the grind. Nice! Congratulations. If you give them fish, they'll cooperate. One of our puppers looked like a seal when she does your smile, so she's our resident seal. Aww. I call my dog my bear. He's my moosey bear, my puppy bear, or Mr. Bear, but I'm gonna have to... Sometimes I'll be like out on a walk and I'll say it to him, and then I'll be like, if anyone overhears me, they might get the wrong idea, because there are actual bears here. I haven't seen one yet, but I was on a trail recently, and I kept walking down the trail with my dog, and I kept walking past like really obvious large piles of bear scat that were like dead center of the trail that the bear is using, and I'm like, maybe I should not be here at this particular moment. I don't know. No one else seems worried about it. I'm just all new here. Vampires. What about vampires? Do I see vampires when I go fishing? Sometimes I see jellyfish. That's almost the same thing. I wonder if I have any Crackling Shards and any alts just like somewhere. I don't think I do. I think I would have put them in the Warbank. But I have so many characters. Bears avoid dogs, probably be mostly okay dog walking. Yeah. Yeah, especially like my dog's big and he's on leash, so he's not gonna go running off getting me into trouble. I don't think they would give me a hard time. I just don't want to like surprise one or crowd into their space or anything. I just want to give them lots of room to live their lives. Does your tooltips tell you that? No, which is I guess why I'm thinking that it's not, that I don't have any anywhere, because you'd think it would tell me. I forget which add-on was doing it though. I don't use Altaholic. So sometimes I have add-ons that track that kind of thing, and all the things might do it. I don't know. I can't keep track of it. Yeah, it might be an alcoholic thing. These are also just black bears. They're not supposed to be aggressive bears as long as you're not trying to feed them or anything. I'm at 700 of 1,000 of the second set of bug parts for the iceberg now. Congratulations. Nearly there. You're past the worst part of it for sure. The last bit will go pretty quick. They just like food. Yeah, something we have in common, I suppose. There we go. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a shard out of the chest. A favorite plushie? One from childhood? I have one plushie that I've kept from childhood, from when I was really, really small. It's like a duck. And I have it. I found it actually while I was moving because I keep it stored safely. But I don't keep it out for every day because anything that is out is at vague danger of getting co-opted by my dog. For just like day-to-day hanging out with a plushie. I like this one, honestly. This is just a squishmallow. His name's Jerome. He hangs out with me pretty much all the time if I'm at my desk. And if I'm not at my desk, he keeps the chair occupied for me. Yeah. He's good. He's cozy. Wondering about Legion Remix and the different time gating, if it'll be better to mostly wait. I think, I had that thought too. I think for me, I'm gonna go in immediately so that I can, I'm gonna go in immediately so I can kind of feel caught up to things and not get overwhelmed by feeling too behind. I think that's my main concern. Also, we just got to level 71. Yeah, Jerome, the Squishmallow. I got him at like a Shopper's Drug Mart or something. For a while he smelled like the cosmetics section. Not anymore though. I got a little bit of pen on him once, but then I was able to get it off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I had a snake toy given to me on the actual day of my birth, and what did I call it? Snakey! That's funny, my duck's name is Ducky. And I thought I was so original. I thought I was like... I didn't get why adults kept laughing when I told them what Ducky's name was. And then people would be like, oh, he's so cute. And I would be like, Ducky's a girl. And I was very snarky about that as a tiny child. How dare you assume Ducky's gender? Yeah. I never put Bran in a combat role. Is that why that delve took so long? I never had Bran do anything? Hang on. Pop back in for a second. Nope, never had Bran do anything. Alright. That's funny. Oops. Threw most of mine away. Saw it as a part of my life that's gone. Have some new ones on my bed. I'm glad I have at least one, because I'm not super sentimental, so I don't keep many things from my childhood. I don't have very many things that I've held on to for a long time, so having like one or two is nice. But, you know, it's just stuff. One day I'm gonna die and there will be nobody left to whom it's important, and that's okay. It's done its job by then. Lucky duck like that dragon at the life pools? Yeah. My mom is so sweet. She sewed it up for me a few times when it got torn when I was a kid because I used to carry it around everywhere. Alright, is that crossbow an upgrade? No, it is not. Alright. Is there any world quest? Oh, you know what? Let's go do the let's go do this, but we'll do it with a different family battler team. I did aquatic already, so we can pick pretty much any other one. Yeah, who needs Bran? I can't believe I did that entire thing with... I mean, I'm sure Bran was there, but he was completely clueless about what to do. Oh, mountains. Giant scared me for a second. Alright, family battler. So this is for rock collector. And we did aquatic already, so let's just grab the next one on the list here. Have at it. See if it works. And this way I will get a world quest done for my weekly. I will get some pet charms on. I feel the same way about things now too. Practical for when I live in smaller spaces. Yeah, I have, I mean, plenty of stuff. But I don't like holding onto stuff just for the sake of holding onto it, because even if you have the space to store it, there's still kind of, at least to me, like an intrinsic cost to holding onto something, in that, like, you're gonna have to kind of, when you have a ton of things, it's harder to find the things that you're actually looking for. Things will get dusty, they'll need cleaning, I don't know. It's not fun to live in like a huge storehouse of random stuff. It's nicer when you only have things that you're actually using. But it's also kind of a privilege thing, because if you're not keeping everything, you have to buy more things when you happen to need them instead of just having something saved. You know, I don't know. Oh, I think I'm going to end up with more stuff just because of all of the tools that I want for various projects around the house now. And I'm just going to hope that I don't live in a smaller space until I'm quite elderly. Or maybe I'll manage to stick it out here. They can just pull me out of here when I eventually croak. Farmed all my Crackling Shards within a 24-hour period. Fly back and forth between 2 rares. Bring bubbles. Sanders the Relic Bearer. That's what we did for the first hour and a half or so of the stream. I didn't get any, but I guess I was just a bit unlucky. There we go. 16 polished pet charms for that. Not nothing. How much stuff is packed in places you don't want to go through, so you just go buy another one? Yeah. That's the danger. I'm gonna have to figure out a more comprehensive solution for how to organize and store my tools, because I have room for them right now, but I don't have like a good way of keeping track of like what is kept where. My garage, yeah. I have my mom's sentimentality. I keep so many things that hold good memories. I still have my 6-year-old cat's kitten collar. I'm happy that in the modern age it's easy to keep digital photos, at least. And I take photos of like random objects sometimes too, if it's something that I'm going to feel nostalgic about one day, but I'm not sure if I want to keep it. I'll take a picture of it so I at least have it in my library. And I look back at my old photos quite often because they're just linked to my TV, so I can just kind of scroll them whenever I like want to put on something on TV, but I don't know what I want to watch. I just look through my own pictures of like my, you know, Moose's puppy pictures or whatever it may be. I like taking pictures of places that I live so I can kind of like reminisce about like different apartments I've been in. Post-it notes. I've never had much luck with post-it notes actually sticking to anything in my life. They usually tend to fall off and then I don't know where they were meant to be. But that's okay. Oh, am I DCing? Oh no, just lagging. I love Snapchat's on this day feature. Tape helps with that. Oh. You know what else I do have though is I have a label maker. So if I really want to label something, I should just whip out the label maker because I'm all set up with it. It's great. I was using it to label cleaning solution mixes that I made and put into big spray bottles for cleaning up around here. I have to use blue tack on post-it notes. Don't you know you have to tape post-it notes to the thing? Oh. Alright, did I do it? I think I did my 2 quests. Those are still not an upgrade. I know from sticking stuff in my work monitors. Save what I could when I had to move suddenly. I have to travel and move light from now on. Yeah, I left a bunch of stuff behind during a sudden move once. It wasn't really sentimental stuff though. It was like kitchen tools and whatever. Replace most of it. Just think twice when you start a label that says Clorox plus ammonia. Yeah, I'm not trying to make mustard gas over here. We avoid that as a general rule. There's no real reason to be mixing any cleaning solutions together. There's you know, just use the right one for the job that you have. It's not cooking. It's not a good place for mad science. When I said mixing cleaning solutions, I just meant with water. Like taking a concentrated one and then diluting it appropriately for household use and then labeling it as, I've got like a simple green one, I've got like a floor cleaner one. But I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad scientisting. Not a good idea. I moved recently and it's really funny how many things I forgot I had. I still have my Wii, but no controllers or cords, just the Wii. Oh man. I got rid of a lot of that stuff over time as I like got the newer version of it, but then I kind of regretted it later when I wanted to play some old games that never got like forward re-released again. My partner hunted down a functioning Game Boy and some Game Boy cartridges for me so I could play Pokemon Gold and Sapphire again. Reminds me of the lady who gassed herself cleaning her cat litter box with bleach. Not funny, but funny. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I guess that would happen because of the ammonia. Yeah. I mean, I clean my cat litter box with bleach, but I do it outside and I, like, rinse it out first. Here we go. That's why I keep all my old tech just in the event that I want to play an old game that I can't emulate easily. Yeah. When I get, one day I want to switch cat litter to, pine pellet cat litter. I've heard good things and I want to give it a try with like a sifting litter box. But, I don't want to try to do it to Kira because she's very picky about her litter and I think she would have a cow. I don't think she would switch. Dish soap, enzyme cleaner. Yeah, that's smart. That would work too. Should we pick up a bunch of these side quests? Seems like a reasonable idea. Also, did I ever turn in a quest somewhere for turning in the Delver's Call? That'll be a good experience anyway. Hello, Hazel and fellow watchers. Hello, Lee. Happy Friday. Cats are the same way, plus they don't like change. Quite the surprise when I get them an automatic litter box instead of their metal box. Oh man. Change it with Pop Rocks. Watch the fun. I tried to change the poor girl, and this was my own fault. It was a mistake I shouldn't have made. Because she can't see, so it makes it harder for her to adjust to things. I tried to get her on a top entry litter box. And I, like, gently, you know, I put her on top of it a few times so she'd kind of get a feel for where it is and how to get in and out. Put her into it. She did not like it and she would not use it, and she held out for 3 days and didn't use it, and then eventually had an accident in the house and I was like, okay, I'm so sorry. All right, here, have your regular box back, we'll figure something else out. She would not switch to the top entry, so I gave up on that. That was my own fault. I shouldn't have tried to push her on it. And now we don't mess with Miss Kira's litter. When she says she doesn't want to use it, she does mean it. Cat will spend 3 hours or so outside. Within 30 seconds of coming inside, poops in the cat litter box. Hey, if it keeps cat poop out of the gardens, you know. Pick up maybe some things. Heard cats developing allergies to pine. Not sure if it's accurate. Tried Oko cat wood litter. Cat decided 2 months later that she hated it. Yeah, I think all cats are different. An individual. I feel like with pet advice, there's always like, it doesn't feel like there's ever like a perfect solution. There's always somebody that has done something that is more minutely funny, like different or optimized, or like, oh no, the cat, this isn't good and this isn't good and this isn't good. And I just like, I agree with trying to provide the best life and health and resources for your pets that you can, but also I think sometimes, especially with the internet and how easy it is to get carried away optimizing things, I think people sometimes get carried away in optimizing things. I think you just got to try things that are reasonable and figure out what works for you and your pet, because they're all different and they're all weird, and people have had cats and dogs for a long time without a lot of the different fiddly solutions that people sometimes insist are mandatory, you know. Mm. When I think about it, I will hold myself so I don't have to go in public facilities. Yeah, true, actually. I'm sure you could come up with problems with basically any cat litter known to man. Costumes are mandatory. The more ridiculous, the better. Hi, boo boo. He's just laying on the floor next to me waiting for me. We got another 20 minutes, bud. I think I won't have any problems getting to 80 in Isle of Dorn, but that's just because I have so much rest. Cats are just paranoid, eating and pooping risky. They choose what they trust. I saw a funny YouTube short that was comparing the $45 Yeti branded dog water bowl to like a Tupperware. Being like, will the dog drink? Yeah. And I mean, I like using steel bowls so that I can clean him real good, because plastic does hold on to some stuff. But, yeah, generally speaking, if it holds water, it'll work. Hate that they're allowed to make and sell products for animals that are not good. Be easier if all of them were safe. A cat flea bath that contained a toxic ingredient caused seizures in animals. Hey, buddy. What can I do for you, sweetheart? You're gonna have to wait 20 minutes for me, alright? So. He smells real good now. He's a patient doggy. Hello. He's a good boy. He's like, yeah, what about it? What are you gonna do for me? If I'm such a good boy, what's in it for me? I'm just kidding, bud. Was he so big now? You big boy. You big grown-up puppy dog. Yesterday, for the first time since we moved in like 3 weeks ago, he finally met a dog that he could say hi to that was also like a friendly, and he was so excited. Big dog's just the best. Friend had a Great Dane that loved being an armrest when he played WoW. Yeah, I love them. They eat like horses and they shed like tornadoes, but I love them. I would get another one, and then I would complain about it just the same. Still handsome. You know what I should not do that I might do one day is every now and then the shelters get like a Great Pyrenees mix, just like some enormous fluffy white dog that's just gonna eat kilos of food and shed like a monster and ruin your life. Be if highly allergic, even one cat, kind of too much. Yeah, that's a shame. I used to be allergic to cats when I was a kid. I grew out of it, luckily, because I'm... What? He's so grumbly today. Obsessed. Surprised by how fast big dogs can eat. Put the bowl down, turn around for 1 second, they're done. I don't think I usually even do all these quests. I guess I must have done them once for the achievement. I think I put this up too high. Vaguely. Well, I don't have any shards for the day, but it's been nice to get an alt going. I think I might try this method of just like leveling alts in Isle of Dorn. Just because, at least, even if I don't get shards, at least I'm getting my alts leveled. Whereas if I'm doing the rare farm thing or even the bee farm thing and I don't get shards, I'm not really getting a whole lot else for the time invested. This is nice because, you know, it'll be extra 80s that I might one day want. Or I would have them leveled up for when I want to get them leveled in midnight to whatever the new level cap is. Plus, maybe it'll be like a nice little nostalgia tour for each of these old alts and where they started and where they came from. And if we run out, we could always make more hunters. Although, at this rate, we're not likely to be done before Remix. That's okay. We'll play Remix when Remix comes out no matter what, but it would be nice to have some more shards by then. Whenever we get the first one, it's going to be very exciting. Free to good home. Boyfriend allergic to cat. Loves pizza, beer, video games. I know some people like tough it out with like constant allergy meds, but it's tough. Definitely gonna get at least one shard by October 7th. Yeah. 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 Right? Guys? Cat loves potato peel. I don't understand. Potato peel. My worms love potato peels. I gotta start saving my coffee grounds for them again. They like that. Dog on constant allergy meds. Is he allergic to me? I've met quite a few dogs that get seasonal allergies quite badly, or like skin allergies, and they need special food for it. Used to take allergy meds for cats, and one day I forgot. Allergies just went away and never questioned it. That's what I say. Never look good news too closely. Burgle, Wurgle, Murgle, Wurgle, and Fergle, Urgle. Happy the dog you look after is well behaved, eats up our kibble, good on walks. Couldn't ask for a better girl. Aww. Got bad allergies for the first time. She's 8. I've had her since she was 2. Oh, wow. Does she at least like her special food? Poor baby. Hi, Bubsy. Moose is loosened. We're not done yet. She loves all food. Yes. Also, what do you think is going to happen? I was just going to make myself lunch. Oh, I got to level 72. I think the levels are just going quite quickly because I happen to have rested. Although if I wanted to, I could always, like, every time I run out of rested, rotate to a new character and just quest and level out here. Nothing says I have to finish one. Husband came in, gave me a 5-pound chocolate frosted donut. Is that a typo? I did that. What are you sniffing me for? What? I took you out. How many grams is that? Exaggerating. Just nice big chocolate donut. 7 shards super fast. Haven't seen another in like 5 months. Yeah. I think I'm mainly just being stubborn by not wanting to do the bee and wolf farm. That's Burgle Gurgle. Although I think I'm killing more mobs. I think that leveling the alt is probably, outside of being wolf farming, getting me the most, like, mobs per hour. Do all the delves once you get like 6 levels of XP. Boring but fast. I've only been being wolf farming. Hi. He's sitting right next to me like he's asking for something. I took you out like an hour ago. Not even an hour ago. I think I can get rid of these things. Maybe make a little gold. There we go. Yeah, maybe when I run out of rested, I'll just rotate to another character. I have enough of them by the time I'm sure I get rid of the rested and all of them. I'm sure the first one will have rested built back up. You know what else I'm getting though? Resonance crystals. These quests are giving little chunks of resonance crystals, and it's not a huge amount, but it's really not nothing. Appreciate that. He might just want attention. I'm sure he gets lots. Normally during the day, you know why he's out of sorts is because my partner is out today. He's fishing. And it's the first time that it's been just one of us home since we moved in. And I think he's worried about him, or he misses him or something. Because normally during the day, he's very, very chill. He will just kind of like hang out and take naps and just mind his own business during the day until it's time for like our walk or whatever. It's really unusual for him to be like up and about during the day. He's normally just snoozing somewhere. But I think he's just worried because he doesn't know where my husband's gone. 75 grams. That is a hefty donut. Okay, I'll give you attention, but I know you, buddy. This is your I want something face. I can't make him come home, honey. You gotta tell the fish to bite. At least these alts have, most of them have this 467 gear that I think was from, it was either from when we exited Remix or it was from the leveling event. Do I have a trank shot on my bar? I have trank shot, but it's not on my bar. There we go. Well, you know what would be nice to do in each alt, though, as you're coming through and doing this, is your batch of weekly, like World Soul weeklies, because sometimes you get lucky, you get like 16k gold from doing it, and that's nice. We like that. I think this quest really sucked when it first came out, because the drop rate's no good, and it used to be really hard to get tags on these mobs, because their spawn rate was awful. Oh, am I lagging again? There we go. Well, at least I know what I'm doing this weekend. That's nice. It's good to have a plan. Go to the cave to farm the things. But I'm doing this. There's lots of different ways to farm shards. I have 2. And it's alright. It's okay to let people work on things in any way that they choose. Never knew the music was this pretty. Mine's been turned off for years now. The War Within music is amazing. I think I'm gonna have to split this up over several meal times. Been there. Turning this one off. There we go. Mom, we can kill up here. Hi, sweetie. We're almost done. He's booping helping me with his nose. He never does this. One thing WoW always does well, no matter the expansions, the art, the music. Is this where we're after for a quest? I think it is. He's so cute. Hi. He does a thing when he's really trying to guilt trip you where he will lay his chin on either like your knee or your elbow if he can reach it, and he'll just look at you with like the weight of his head resting on you. I think he does it because it works. It's highly effective. Frog eyes. Yeah, I've heard them called like whale eyes when they're showing you the whites of their eyes. They're sclera, so to speak. Go get the face loss slate back mount. I have a face loss slate back mount. It's right there. It is cute. It is a great mount. I had a good time in that farm. Maybe tomorrow we'll get our next one. Today doesn't feel like a good shard day. Kitties look like frog eyes because they look like they're on top of her head. Aww. Oh, your Pity's eyes. That actually makes a little bit more sense. I was trying to picture the cat with eyes on top of her head and I wasn't getting very far. Most cats that I know have a decent amount of forehead. Hunters are great for leveling because you get so much movement speed. Well, I never actually double checked what spec my current pet was. I could be missing out on yeah, I have a tenacity pet out right now. I'm getting extra 5% health. Autocorrect gets me a lot. Are the pets on passive? They seem to be participating. They're in there. Even if they are on passive, the second you use like a kill command, they'll go have at it. Just gumming away. Harold. Harold's doing his best. Oh, did I miss a quest? No, it's in here. I like this add-on, this pet walker summoning different pets for my collection. It's fun. It's showing me all kinds of pets that I forgot that I had. Oh, maybe I'll spotlight that one for a news video tomorrow if I get one together. Looks like downstairs. I missed one. You changed my perspective on delves. I thought they were kind of a chore at first, but I've been recently enjoying them after you said that they're most fun if a bit challenging or like really easy, so I've been going for the harder options. Little lamb with her chicken. I love this backpack. That's my favorite thing with the little basket of eggs. That is my favorite thing to come out of Remix. That's like the main thing I'm excited for from Legion Remix is the cute little funky stuff like that. It is up a little bit. I remember this one stumped me for a minute. It's right there. This one stumped me for a little bit when I did it the first time around too. Can't believe you didn't have it already. I usually hear about new add-ons from you guys. I don't normally go like browsing around for stuff that I don't have like a need for, and sometimes I just didn't think about it. Doing pretty good. Nope. Doing less good. Terrible time navigating these little like underground towns. Just awful. May have been around forever, just not very popular. It's pretty niche. It's not really like solving a problem that most people have thought that they had, but it does solve a problem that I realized I had once I heard about it. There we go. There's your research. You want something. I hated Torghast and Shadowlands, but IMO, they took the idea, executed it perfectly in Delves. One of my favorite content. Yeah, I've heard Delves do really, really well for people as being just kind of like a main progression tree for their alts, or even for their mains if they're not in like a larger group of people. I miss Torghast because I really liked the roguelite aspect of Torghast where you were putting together a build of different powers, and that's... You get powers in Delves, but you're not trying to like combine them or anything. You're just kind of picking up whatever you take. It's not a choice situation. The quest add-on. Dialogue UI is the one that reskins the quest window. I have Leatrix Plus also helping me by like auto picking up and turning in things. I think I need to remember to not leave this one. Yeah, there we go. I also need the larvae pet. Having a larvae pet and one of its natural predators is the other pet. Calling the cops. Silkworms from Pandaria in the Valley of the Four Winds, the silkworm farm. Place it in the forge for firing. There we go. Is that all they wanted from me? Might have been. How did I get 30 slot bags? Oh, I bought them. That's what happened. I don't remember earning those. Oh man, she's got all kinds of random like dragonflight stuff on her too. Does her Hearthstone? It takes her to Stormwind. I should probably set my Hearthstone to Dornigal. If we had something like Tankbrand back in Torghast, would probably enjoy it a lot. My Holy Priest was my favorite spec for Torghast because the Scales of Trauma spec was so overpowered. Or at least it felt that way to me. It wasn't like super fast or anything, but it was so satisfying to like build up a huge Holy Fire combo and then one-shot bosses with it as a Holy Priest. I didn't try his other healer specs, but I really like Torghast as Holy. I like healing Tank Brand, but I think I like having Healer Brand as Shadow Priest better, comparatively. Left now. But some classes and specs didn't get any cool like tricks like that, and I feel like that would have made Torghast much more boring. All right, I think it is time for me to go attend to whatever it is my dog wants from me. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow with more Isle of Dorn content, hoping for Crackling Shards. We'll do some different things. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!